And here we are. Hello, everyone.
All right. Hey, everybody. What's up? Welcome to episode 19 of Bards of New York. We are stoked to have y'all here for today's episode. As always, before we get started, we have a few announcements we need to make would like to make, so we will just jump right into those. Number one, we are excited to announce kind of growing our streaming catalog is a way to put it. We are now announcing we're going to be doing one-shot Sundays every month. So the last Sunday of every month, we're going to be doing a one-shot where we will play different bards, will DM and we will just have fun and do kind of either a silly one-shot, a spooky one-shot, maybe even throw it to the community to decide what kind of one-shot, maybe even have some community members come in and join us. Already, yeah.
Already.
So that's exciting. So that's our first one-shot Sunday. Will be at the end of July, which will be July 25th. Which is that Pie and Beer Day, Hannah?
It's Pie and Beer Day?
No, that's the 24th.
Oh, the 24th
of July.
Okay,
we could still celebrate.
For anybody who knows Utah, that's a Pioneer Day.
Mormons.
Or Mormons, yeah. It's Pioneer Day, but we call it Pie and Beer Day. So one-shot Sundays, we'll have a little more information of what this one's going to be. I believe, Dan, are you DMing it? We decided, right?
I don't know if
I thought you were going to do... Oh, okay. I decided on that.
I surely can. Sure. Let's decide now. You know what?
Put Dan on the spot. All right, Dan.
Definitely DM. But yes and. Also, a slight thing on that. We're hoping to have that be another place where we can have guests. And he kind of said that, but like the goal on it is that we can have people that have wanted to be a part of it in any way that they can join us on that. And I hate this chair. Yeah. So we're excited about it. It's gonna be fun.
Yep. So I also see, I'm just going to go to my next note here. You guys may have noticed we have a new channel point redemption option. We're starting off small, and I'm working to add some more in as we play. We do want to be a more narrative-based D&D stream. So we want to figure out what kind of interactions work really well with us in the stream that we want to do. That being said, we have a mote of inspiration. It's worth 1,000 channel points, and basically if you redeem it, you can name who you want to send it to. You can send it to any one of the bards, or if you want to be nice to your good old DM Woody, you can send it to me, and maybe I can use it to kill one of them.
Don't do that.
Can they send
that's chaos.
I would say if we're like fighting a big bad and they like know which one it is, it's like, I want to send one to like Logan the Bull, or rest in peace. Wow. Like they could send it to Logan. I would say yes to that. So yeah, check it out. We can only do 5 a stream, so kind of be sparingly. And at the end of the stream, it will be erased, and I will keep track of them. So right now, Julio has.
So you
one.
mean like if we don't use it during the stream that we're given it, we lose it.
You use it or you lose it by the end. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't get like rollover modes.
No, you do not get rollover modes. It's not. It's not one of those kind of plans.
Sounds like we're going into Destiny territory with all this talk of motes.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot.
Don't trigger me like that.
Ooh,
I can only take so much. I have a badge for banking modes. Okay, so don't play with me.
Okay, so that's exciting. So please use it throughout the stream. I've limited it to 5 times just to try it out today. But if we want to end up doing more, we'll kind of adjust and figure stuff out. And finally, we got our winner for the our dice giveaway on Instagram. The winner was L Numbers on Instagram.
Numbers, no B.
Oh,
L
numbers.
That's what I was trying to say.
I didn't help that at all earlier.
I have bad ears. So okay, L Numbers on Instagram. And we just want to like celebrate our month with working with Equality Texas, or not Equality Texas, with Color Spray Creations. I was looking at my notes.
Who was working with Equality Texas
to raise money for Equality Texas? Yes, and raised upwards to $600 for them in the month of June. So
just based off of their dice sales.
Yes, and so we're really excited really happy to work with them. They have beautiful dice. I bought my pair of dice from them right here. I'm really excited to play with them. I already rolled a natural 20 with them before the game, so we'll see how it goes.
And a natural one.
And a natural one.
one.
Well, that's because they're that means they're perfectly balanced because they are bisexual dice, aren't they?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah,
as
so
all things should be. Okay, I think that brings us to the end of our notes, right?
We had a question in the chat if you want to answer that, Woody.
Yeah, I'll answer. Oh, first of all, thank you, Kravik, for the subscription. I appreciate it, my friend. Always good to have you here. I love you, buddy. And I'm seeing it. And yeah, Nemi, any news of fundraising stuff? We have a whole kind of summer fundraising stuff that we're putting together. It's been a crazy month, and so I'm gonna get my pants on as like a Bards person more so, and get some stuff made so we can really kind of explain what we're raising for the Bards and for other things, and that will hopefully be next week. So because now my schedule is starting to like relax a little bit and be more human.
Part the waves.
Yeah, so if that answers your question, Nemi. Okay, so let's do our angel card for the day. Let's have Hannah pick today. You ready?
Okay.
Ready? And I'm shuffling.
Stop.
Wow.
Every day I'm shuffling.
It's understanding.
Ooh.
Chat.
Okay.
Hype for understanding. Whatever that means.
Let's hope.
We're gonna understand why Kallias is the way they are.
Are we gonna understand that?
Are we gonna understand that?
Are we? I don't know. Or understand what the fuck's going on this island.
Who knows?
Who knows? Cool. And then finally, I wanted to play with somebody's question. This is from one of our Discord members. Oh, I'm going to get this name right. Frozen Jaybird. Which Frozen Jaybird, if you were here with us, we're using your question. I'm going to tweak it just a little bit. The question was, what kind of dinosaur do you think you could beat in hand-to-hand combat? I'm just going to change this a little bit and say, if you were in that one scene of Jurassic World, if all the dinosaurs attacked, which dinosaur is attacking you, and how do you escape? So we will begin with Kallias, since it's your island.
Kallias, I think we are specifically on Main Street in Jurassic World, yes.
Yeah, when Jimmy Buffett goes and grabs the margaritas, yeah.
There are two responses. If Kallias hasn't seen the midday show in the pool, Kallias is going to jump in the pool and try and swim away to whatever end that entails. If Kallias has seen the midday show, Kallias is going to do their very best to try and look like a dinosaur given their current physical condition.
Just like,
I think get completely naked and just like let the snake hairs go in the breeze and get on all fours and see if that works.
Okay, I love it.
A fucking velociraptor like walks up and is just like, okay, you're
cool.
chill, bro.
You're
You're cool.
You're fine. You're fine.
Hey,
all right.
You wanna go fucking eat this guy over here?
What dinosaur is chasing you?
In that situation, it's probably a really healthy blend of pterodactyl above, and then like maybe a raptor or two, but a fuckload of compies.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to Leonidas.
I'm trying to remember the name of the dinosaur. What's the one with the big tail and the thick back?
Like
An ankylosaurus?
many of them.
An ankylosaurus?
So like mace tail?
The mace tail.
Yeah, ankylosaurus.
Ankylosaurus. So it would definitely be an ankylosaurus that's coming after old Leo. And
sure. Well done,
and
vegetarian.
I think it would be a situation where Leonidas would see the ankylosaurus and kind of go, stop. And try and get the ankylosaurus to stop, and it would maybe stop, but then probably just whack him, and then he'd just run and fucking bolt it down the trees. He's like
Okay.
a not as charismatic version of Chris Pratt. So he's just
okay, gotcha. All right, Ember.
Gosh, I don't know. Ember wouldn't have fun with this. I definitely think that at some point he would use like a misty step to try to like kind of like fake out and then just try to hide.
Okay.
And then use minor illusion to like keep the dinosaurs away from his hiding place.
Hide in the
Like-
gift shop of Margaritaville.
Yeah, hide in the gift shop of Margaritaville, and then if one gets close, do like minor illusion and have it like hear something over there.
Okay. All right. Good. No, that's great. All right. And what
Definitely-
what dino's chasing you?
I think definitely raptors.
Okay. Love it. All right. Drew.
Yeah, taking inspiration from last week's game, I think Ryujin's Naruto running through the trees. Like, there's just no other way, and he's being chased by like a large group of velociraptors.
Okay.
Those Jurassic Park velociraptors, not real velociraptors.
Yeah. Cool. And finally, Lilith.
Lilith would be chased by only the scariest and the biggest, because that's what she's worth. She'd be chased by a T-Rex.
Right.
And she would steal the biggest truck with the biggest wheels and drive over everything straight to the coast and get on a boat and go.
Incredible.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So, now that we have done our questions and done our announcements, let's begin episode 19 of Bards of New York. So, insert title music. Nemi, sorry, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. The gift. Thank you so much, Nemi. So, as the camera pans down, we remember our crew had rowed to shore to the western beaches of Fidisilas, the large island in this southern archipelago that Fidisilas holds the Temple of Olakos within this large lake in the center of the island. Beginning your trek at the beach, you guys ran into a triceratop that you affectionately named Sarah and saved from a group of hunting velociraptors. Befriending Sarah, you then were able to hitch a ride to a watering hole where you observed a bunch of new dinosaurs that you saw. Even Ryujin snuck a certain egg into his pack. And what is in that egg, we will find out. Then a large pack of dinosaurs came charging through the clearing, chased by a Spinosaurus. You two, all of you, trying to escape, almost made it, but then Ember had a moment of a warm heart and pity for Sarah, who was protecting her young, and you all banded together and saved Sarah and her young by defeating the Spinosaurus. You guys then continued on your journey deeper through Fidisilas and towards Olakos. Camping out in a tree where Kallias had a moment of recollection of times past. And that is where we begin tonight's session. The rain falling, the storm rolling through, hitting the leaves all around you, that slow droning thunder in the distance. Kallias, you finish your watch, having these memories replay in your mind. Who's taking next watch? Okay. Leonidas, I want you to roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. Rolled better than before. 15.
15? All right, roll me a d20.
A 3?
A 3? as you're just kind of scanning the horizon from your little tree spot, it's like that one scene in Jurassic Park when the long necks, I'm forgetting their names, but I'm using
Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, Brachiosaurus.
Yeah.
Thank you. Or the long necks, if you will.
The long
Littlefoot.
necks.
Long neck.
Littlefoot. You guys have a nice view from where you are in this tree, and you see kind of up to the north, almost like a small clearing that, as you kind of look at it with this perception check, there's a river out in that distance that seemingly is running through the jungle. This is something you notice. The rest of the night is pretty quiet for your watch, but there is a river to the north. Now, anything you wish to do during your watch?
Yeah. I'd like to pull out an echo, because no one else is awake, correct?
Yeah, everybody else is
Yeah.
asleep.
I'd like to pull out an echo, and I'd like to have it be sitting next to me. And I'd like to say, have you seen my wife?
The echo, like, it kind of shifted out of you, sitting on this sort of leg of a branch that, or a bough that comes up, and it doesn't really acknowledge you. It just sits there and seemingly is looking out over the horizon.
Do you can't speak, can you?
Continues to just scan the horizon,
Look at me.
scanning the horizon.
Fuck you. And I turn off.
The echo out of existence. As your watch ends, who's picking up the last watch as dawn slowly creeps in? Lilith?
And just Nemi has redeemed the first
Yeah.
mode of inspiration for Leonidas.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay,
Nemi.
yeah. So, Dan, you have a D6 to use at any point in this session.
Oh my god.
You can use it on initiative, you can use it on a save, you can use it on attack roll. Hell, I'll even let you use it on damage. If you wish. But you just get to use it once.
Wow. Okay. Cool cats.
Okay.
Cool cats. Holy shit. That's pretty
Wow.
nuts. All right.
Wow.
Cool cats.
It's a D6 to 1 attack.
I'm sorry. It could be the. I don't know. Yeah. Cool. All right. Great. I'm a fan.
Wait, so does that mean you get to add that damage to anything? Like you could use it as an extra damage die?
Yeah. It's,
Everybody
I'm kind of
give me all the inspiration.
I'm kind of thinking it as the you know, that in the home game we played, the honor points.
Oh
Yeah.
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 You just can't use it for healing. That's the one difference.
Hmm.
Unless you have a healing spell, then I would allow it.
Well, none of us are healers, so
Yeah, well,
Mm.
weird how
That's
that
working
works,
out.
right?
Yeah.
I'm taking the next watch.
Okay, Lilith, roll me a perception check as dawn slowly creeps in. The storm continues.
It's not good. That's a 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
Storm's very thick and heavy. I knew it. You don't really see a lot. But could you still roll me a d20 so I know?
14.
What the fuck does that supposed to mean?
Yeah. What does that?
14.
What does that mean, Woody?
I gotta write down a quick note.
I'm sure.
I'm sure you
I'm
do.
certain.
I'm certain. The quick note is they will all die.
TBK incoming.
TBK incoming. What dinosaur to use to be
He's just like,
determined.
fuck, we have to start all over.
You failed to notice the colossal comet that has broken apart from the stream and has crash landed into
I'm
the
just playing
planet.
like the pseudo long game where this is actually just going to be a roguelike campaign where you die and
great.
have to restart over and
Yeah,
over again.
there
So
you
every
go.
19 episodes.
It's Edge of Tomorrow, the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
That's an
Whoa.
interesting
Ooh.
idea.
One shot?
Oh,
Edge of Tomorrow, one shot?
Huh.
We're getting off track.
We're getting off track. Sorry.
I'll do that.
And,
When I
just
when
make
I
it like
DM, I'll
make
do
it
that.
like overly hard, so like
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna die a lot.
Yeah.
yeah. Until you figure it out.
Whoa.
Oh, sick. Okay. All right. We're coming with good ideas, but
Yeah.
we're playing D&D.
We're playing
Okay. Oh my god, I'm writing it down. I'm writing.
write-
I just
someone
had
write it
a
down.
brain blast. I just had a brain blast.
Lilith,
cool.
the storm
Right,
is
right.
heavy and it's hard to see. You kind of get lost staring at the close and distant lightning strikes. Just and it's a quiet watch.
Distant lightning strikes. The fuck does that mean? Like regular. You've made lightning a triggering thing now.
It's a storm. The monsoon season has rolled in, and there is a large storm that is sitting on top of Fidisilas.
Okay, that's fine.
Rolling thunder and lightning.
Aren't so frightening.
Anything you'd like to do on your watch, Lilith?
I just whisper to myself so that I don't wake anyone else up. And I say, I don't know if you're here with me, Christopher. I don't know if you're real or not. Or if you're an angel or something. Or if I'm just hallucinating and this is some form of my brain trying to process the grief. But if you are some sort of angel or devil, if you wanted to help us with this island, and more importantly help Kallias, that would help me a lot. And if you're a devil trying to fuck me up, well then fuck you. Alright. Past the end.
Roll me a charisma saving throw.
Wow. Gang. That's a 6. I'm
Nice.
switching dice.
Yeah, it's quiet. Talking to the vestige of Christopher that you know, there seems to be no response.
Well, maybe I am just talking to air then. And I just go back to my watch.
Listening to the thunder and the rain, watching the distant lightning strikes. You see the clouds, still raining, begin to light up to signal dawn.
I go and I shake Kallias awake first. It's time.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes. Sorry.
It's time.
Is it better out at all?
Define better.
Fair point. We should get the others up. Now. Let's get them up now.
I shake everybody else awake, but a lot less tenderly.
Okay. You all
Why?
in the
I get
tree
right above Ember,
awake?
and I shake him, and my face is right here. Too.
Hi, fuckboy.
He's like,
Ember does like the cat thing where they kind of like lift up and like walk on their back legs.
Is in waking up in this tree that I have used a number of times with Eris before, do I have a vague sense of where we are in the island relative to the land bridge?
Yeah, the land bridge that brings you to Olakos is approximately to the it's kind of on the southeast side of the Lake of Ulakos that you know.
Okay.
So you would have, from where you are, knowing this island, would have to head a little north and a good bit east. For
A good bit west?
No, east, because you landed on the west side of the island. Oh, sorry, west. I'm getting my directions mixed up. I'm sorry. It's on the south.
So it's on the southwest. That makes
side.
sense.
Yeah, sorry, my brain turned off for a second.
That's
So
not the best for us.
Yep. That's where
So
the
it's
land bridge is.
basically at like 7-8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. In a roundabout way.
Okay, Kallias, where are we going?
We have to head a little further, a good bit further north, and a lot bit further west. It's almost on the far side of the island, the pathway, unless we are attempting to swim across the center lake, but I would not recommend that either.
I think I'll speak for Ember when I say I don't think we want to swim.
If anybody has a pocket boat.
What?
Or
Excuse
a pet
me?
boat. I don't know. I've seen a lot
I've
of
heard
strange
other
things.
Pocket things, but a pocket boat. I'm not sure what that.
I want to know what a
Would
pet
entail.
boat is. I've never heard of a pet boat.
If any of you have any other ways of crossing water, we could reach the lake a little sooner, but otherwise we have a long... we have some ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible that there would be a boat by the lake?
If there was a boat by the lake, it would be on the southwestern side anyway, as that is the closest place that my people come towards Ulakos.
Would it be parked out by the lake?
What?
Damn it, Dan. I want Kallias, Ember, and Ryujin to roll me perception checks.
Is it hearing?
You know what? Roll with advantage. I'll allow it because it could be.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
Rolled 2 10s.
10s?
That's a 10-10.
So that's a 10 10.
That's a 10.
That's a 10 and that's a 10.
13.
13. Ryujin
16.
and Kallias.
18.
18. All right, Kallias, roll me a d20.
That's an 18. Natural this time.
18. Okay. You guys don't really see anything, but Ember, you hear this too, and Kallias, you hear. Actually, I'm gonna say all three of you hear it with your rolls. You guys hear a scream on the wind, pierce through the droning of the rain.
That'll be a no. That'll be a.
Does it sound like a
Describe
person?
the scream.
Masculine.
Okay.
Kind of long. It's a long scream. No word is attached to it, and it slowly putters out. It's like it has a crescendo and then a very slow decrescendo.
Do we gather direction?
Kind of to the west of you.
We're moving in that
So
direction
not
anyway.
on the way?
So
In-
yes.
Or on the way?
On the way. Yeah.
Alright, well, fuck.
We cannot let such things distract us. There are noises throughout these jungles that are different to what you know. And I am not willing to entertain much thought. If we come across whatever made such a sound, perhaps we will investigate, but I would prefer we move with some speed.
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You all begin to descend the tree. Takes a few moments, for the hideout was quite a ways up. But hitting the floor, you are mildly protected from the rain, but because of the canopy, but the droning and the dripping from the leaves still makes it feel like it's damp, moist, and wet.
That was my nickname in high school.
No,
Nice.
Those are the descriptions on my dating profile.
Jesus fuck.
Nice.
How long is that descriptor, Hannah?
One
I feel
time-
like we've
one
added.
It's really long. It's very detailed.
There's a
One
lot of
time
stuff
I
in
went
there.
into the woods and I
But
felt
it's just
those
like
feelings.
a bunch of random sentences that are all extremely suggestive and erotic.
Like, is this cheese you're describing or a human person? No one knows.
Both.
Sweet spot.
Earthy and washed, covered in flowers, earthy and washed in sake.
Cheese or me on a Friday night.
My
Okay.
God.
Jeez. So, you guys begin to push through the jungle. Kallias, roll me a wisdom saving throw. Or a survival check, whichever one you prefer.
I'm gonna take the survival check. Methinks. Well, I don't think it. Oh no, it definitely matters. So that's gonna be a 9 as opposed to a 7.
A 9, my king? Okay. No, you don't remember. You don't notice where you are. You guys push through the jungle trees, and you see like a small clearing up ahead. And as you get closer to it, you see that there's been a few trees that have been knocked down and almost ripped out of the ground, as if some large beast made its way through here.
Everybody stay down.
Roll me perception checks.
Oh,
This jungle
oh
chill
boy.
out.
Unbelievable.
I blessed these dice and everything, and they are responding to me in
I'm rolling
pitiful,
It is
pitiful
hearing.
response.
One of those days, mates. It's one of those days.
It is one of those days. Feels like it's often one of those days. With
Did you get a
my
natural
victory.
20,
All right.
Mr. Carlisle?
So I rolled a 19 at first,
Okay.
and then you said it's with hearing, and I was like, oh, I mean, I
Why
guess
not?
I'll roll again because you never know. Got a natural motherfucking 20.
Nice.
Okay. Did anybody like it was as a total within a total of what? 23. Kyle.
Kyle.
Oh yeah, 20.
Okay. Anybody beat 23?
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
If by 10 less you mean that, then yes.
Ember. That's not too bad for you, Leonidas.
It was
Ember.
2 levels.
Of course you are. Ember, your sharp
you, Drew.
ears pick up a faint. The eyes. No, the eyes. No. It was there. No. Kind of off by one of the large broken trees.
Nope.
Nothing to see here. Let's move forward.
If everybody just
With caution.
The thick
With
of
caution.
be
I was
very
just thinking
still.
that, Drew. I was just thinking that.
I felt that you were, but
Oh, man.
and so I
Oh,
had to.
boy.
Alright.
Do
It was
these-
a bit of it was a bit of a joke. Be on guard. I think there's someone here, but let's try not to engage. Perhaps.
Do the trees look freshly broken apart and mown down?
Roll me an investigation check. Just you, Kallias.
That's much better. That's something close to it. That's an 18.
18. Okay. Relatively fresh, like this morning.
We need to be very,
Um,
very.
the claw marks that you see along the trees coincide with a large beast you are familiar with, known as. Let me get this name right.
Gary.
A long neck.
It's not Gary.
Well, could be.
Nisath Avin, also known as Ashtooth the Pale.
Everybody, if you have ever trusted anything I tell you, please stay down, stay quiet, and let us move quickly away from here. One of the great horrors of this jungle was here at least this morning. We cannot stay here.
Is it more so than the thing that you turned to stone yesterday?
It is the reason Eris is lost to us now. It is known by all who live in these regions. We move now, and we move as quietly as possible.
I have questions, but I'll ask them later.
Yes, as well.
Trust in you.
It is something I wish to deal with and expunge from this world at a later date, but now is not the time.
So
We'll follow you.
you begin to make your way out of this monstrous made clearing, hearing this voice. As you guys kind of get to the edge of it, you see a humanoid, patches of a furry, has fur, I should say.
No, he just came from a furry con.
Is it a furry?
Has a pointy ears, kind of an orange fur, and it recognizes it as a tabaxi, clutching their knees to their chest and muttering, "No, no, no! It was here. No, no! Oh, the eyes, they're the gray eyes. No, no, no!" And you see just kind of rocking back to a tree, seemingly unhurt, but the rain just falling on, because now the canopy in this area has been crashed away.
They look unhurt.
Unhurt.
Ember,
What?
That looks like you, Ember.
this one looks like you.
Yes. More like you than me.
And
You usually talk to everyone, so
It's true.
Why are we
Like-
waiting? Why are we stopping?
I
They're
don't
only going to
think we
draw
should.
attention.
We should listen to Kallias.
You don't think we should stop?
I feel like
If they had been wounded, I would have put them out of their misery, but they are only drawing attention to ourselves. So we move along. Let them be the cause of their own demise.
or
All right, never mind.
Not when you put it like that, Kallias. That sounds really not good.
it perhaps though they can.
Would you
tell us-
hold onto iron if your boat was sinking?
Perhaps
Why
I'm
is
not
there-
saying we take on a pet. I'm saying perhaps they might know some sort of information because they've been here for longer than we have.
Why is my boat have iron in it?
In and out, no stowaway.
Fine. Fine. I will try and slowly approach this individual, gesturing like this to them as I come.
You approach this tabaxi, this orange tabaxi.
Tabby backseat.
Tabaxi, yeah.
Tabaxi?
You see its eyes are just kind of darting from side to side towards the ground and just rocking and just saying, "No, no, 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 the eyes, no, they were gray. They were gray."
Going to
Oh.
point,
No, go. You're good. You're doing it.
I was just going to point towards them and message in their direction. Stay very calm. Look up and ahead of you.
I cast friends.
Okay. You cast that. Is there a save with friends? I always forget. No?
No.
Okay.
For the duration, which is 1 minute, I have advantage on charisma checks, and then afterwards they know that I charmed them.
You push friends and you see him go, like the eyes turn from full fear to a little bit of like self, like, oh, go, run, no,
Greetings,
no.
friend. How are you in this fine morning? You look well rested.
No.
How did you come to be here?
My companion and I came to study, and the pale, the eyes, the gray eyes, and the white scales, and it happened so fast. Oh God,
You were attacked,
yes,
and your friend.
I saw it get. Oh God, and you see tears start to well up in his eyes.
Which way did it go? The hail.
With a shaky hand, points south.
South, like in a vague direction of where we're going.
Kind of a southwest direction.
Fuck.
Venture quietly back eastwards. There is a large tree. You'll find refuge in its branches. And once you are collected, leave this island as soon as you can. Do not return.
Large tree. Oh, all right. And just like you see, like the eyes continue to dart, but it slowly gets up and walks.
Friend, before you go.
And like just rain now pouring down its face, tears as well. Not even phased by the wet. Kind of just turns to you.
We have a long journey ahead, and you do too. Would we be able to relieve you of any excess weight that might prove useful to us?
Kind of looks around at himself standing in the rain, and you see there's no satchel or anything. He's in tattered clothes, but you see where he got up, a satchel, just kind of sitting there, and he doesn't look at it. He just kind of looks around and looks at you, and turns around and starts walking. But where he got up from, there was a satchel.
Your companion just got by the albino dino. Can we rob you too? No, it's in a very like
to go sleep and then leave.
It's the essence of Legend of Zelda, right? You've just had the hospitality and the stay of these like kind people, and then you ruin all of their pottery to steal their money.
Yeah.
That's very real. Do we all see the money on the ground, or the?
It's not money. It's a little
pouch
satchel.
Satchel.
Yeah.
Do we see it on the
Yeah,
ground?
we open it.
Yeah, it's a little.
After he goes away, we look through it.
A leather satchel. It is a scholar's pack, so anything that would be in a scholar's pack, and then addition there is 1 potion of healing.
I guess I'll take the scholar's pack.
There's some notes within there. You can see some of the notes within the papers that are rolled up in this little container have been written in, but you would have to start going through them to understand what they all say.
Why are we taking these things?
It left them.
All right, whatever.
Whatever.
They apologize.
I think it perhaps would be best if we could try and stay within the tracks, if we can find them, of Ashtooth.
You want to follow the beast?
Not exactly, but it carries enough gravity in this jungle that in its path other lesser creatures are unlikely to tread. Not for a while after it has been. And that way we will know where it is going, and perhaps can avoid it, or at least be more prepared for it as opposed to it getting the jump on us one way or another. These trees, this forest, this jungle, it is much more theirs than it is anything else. So staying in its wake is a better place to be than in its eye line.
Makes sense to me.
Is there any flower blossoming outward from the clearing? Are there any more broken trees that dictate the path of a large beast such as this?
I would allow you and Ryujin to roll me a survival check, please.
Rolling like utter trash today. Wow.
Utter trash.
That is going to be an 8.
An 8, Ryujin?
It's a natural 20.
Holy
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
We need to keep a tally of all your
Somebody
natural
should,
20s.
someone should keep a tally.
If you were
Sent to the
if you were a
gods.
World War I ace, you'd have like all the tallies on your plane.
The plane's paint would be unreadable. By this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, with a natural 20, you see kind of the southwesterly direction it goes. It seemingly something set it off in this area, and it kind of rampaged for a moment. But as you kind of look around, it doesn't look any like it looks clumsy. Like it didn't. It's either walking funny, this large beast, like you see its gait and its prints, or there's something else wrong with it. Because it kind of zigzags. It almost seems like it hobbles in a way. I'll give you that
Maybe
with the
it's
natural
drunk.
20.
Maybe it's drunk.
I think it may be hurt. Something.
Do we see any blood?
Yeah. Is there a way to investigate that?
With that natural 20 and with the other investigation checks, you don't see any blood in this clearing. It's all just
Good
broken and ripped apart wood and undergrowth. It's a lot of mud as well.
It's a better route to follow as long as it stays in the direction we're going anyway. If it starts to veer away from where I can roundabout feel that we need to be going, then we will breach from it, but the longer we can stay in its wake, the better.
Okay. You guys, that's going to actually make it a little bit easier to traverse through the jungle. So if you're following behind the tracks and this very large albino dino, you're going to move a little faster. So, who is taking point on this first leg of the journey? Okay, Kallias. Roll me a d20. I love travel episodes.
They're great, and they make my heart unhappy. It's a 5.
A 5?
Don't fucking say it like that. Don't fucking say it.
What's good about this kind of roll though is like the amount doesn't super
Right.
matter. It's just kind of a table.
All
No,
right.
of course, but it's when he goes a 5 and then
A 5?
turns around that it
Yeah.
makes me a little unsettled.
Or when
Fair.
Ava wants on the bed. That's why I turned around.
Come on, Vicky.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no,
That's
Ava
why I
went on
turned
the
around.
bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanted to go cuddle
Sure.
with Bailey. Oh, Kyle. Okay. As you guys are walking past, you guys see, kind of sticking out of the jungle, this beautiful, large, purple flower. Everybody, you guys all see it. Roll me either perception or nature checks as you guys walk past it. And Kallias, you get advantage on either. Actually, nature. If you choose nature, you get advantage.
I think I was gonna do that anyway. Oh, didn't matter. I'm rolling like the death is on my heels. That's a 14.
We are the night.
You
Lord.
say if we choose nature, we get an advantage. All of us, or just Kallias?
Twice.
Just Kallias, because this is where they grew up.
It's their favorite terrain.
Does that mean when
Figured.
Ryujin and I go to Revan, we'll have fucking favorite terrain there?
You won't have favorite terrain, but you will have prior knowledge that may
on, guys.
mean you're more open
I just-
to things in Revan.
We'll
haven't
know
been
where the
able to-
subway goes.
I haven't been able to roll a history check since we started the campaign.
That's very
so,
true.
like,
That's very
Let me
true.
take what I can get.
Yeah.
We're gonna down the road do a time jump where Kallias just reads books.
Like the glasses with you can't see behind.
Yeah. Oh, you weeb.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, me.
You got me.
We're a weeb friendly stream
yeah,
over here.
we're a pro weeb
Yes.
zone.
Let me get my
All
sharing.
right, what did we get?
Got a 14.
Oh, I don't remember what I got. Oh, I know what I got.
What'd you
I
get,
also got a 14.
Leonidas?
I got a 13. So
Okay, Ryujin,
21.
21. Jesus fuck, and Lilith.
A dirty 20.
Okay, as you guys kind of walk past it, you guys, the only people who notice it are Ryujin and Lilith. You see an nearly invisible mist emanating from the flower. Everybody who didn't see it, roll me a Constitution saving
I
throw.
think he's gonna
Now,
say
is,
initiative.
is this against being charmed or otherwise put to sleep?
Mm, no,
Neither charmed nor being put to sleep.
neither.
That's great. That's just keen and
It's just a what's
That's
that
just
Pokemon?
Keenan
A
and-
Vileplume?
but yeah, it's the like stunning fucking spores or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
It's stun spore, actually.
Yeah.
Yes,
thank you.
exactly. Leonidas, what'd you get?
21.
21. Okay. And Ember, what'd you get?
30-20.
30-20. Okay. And Kallias, what'd you get?
A 5.
Fuck yes.
That's a 5.
Lilith and Ember, Lilith and Ryujin, you can choose to avoid this if you wish, since you noticed it.
Why would we choose to
Choose
just go
to-
into it?
Yeah.
I too am gonna choose to
Unknown
fucking
mist.
dive into it.
The red pill or the blue pill, y'all? Who wants to do the mescaline in the jungle?
I don't know if it's red pill or blue pill. I think it's blue pill or no pill.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then the rest of you, Leonidas, you get kind of enters a sweet smell enters your nose, and you kind of shake it off for a moment. But for a moment, you don't know if it's just your thinking or it's a memory. You hear, "Papa."
Nope. Fuck you, Woody.
Ember, same thing as that sweet smell
You hear Papa.
enters your nostril,
I'm a dad.
your nose. A moment passes, and you hear was it your mother's voice? Just kind of singing a song to you for a second, but then it stops. As soon as it started. Kallias, as you guys push past the flower, keep walking through, you hear in the back of your head, seemingly, no, actually, you hear it outside. Eris's voice. Kallias? Kallias. I'm over
Where?
here.
Where?
Kallias, quiet.
Don't,
be quiet.
don't, you
Everybody,
don't-
please.
You shush.
Yeah, you shush.
Can you?
Did you hear something?
Did you not?
Kallias?
I did.
Where
I
is it
did,
coming
and
from?
that-
Where is it coming from?
Sounds like it's just entering your ears.
Like as if they were right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is this?
Did anyone else?
Is this
Did anyone else hear
fauna?
anything?
Is this flora something I would have experienced before?
Roll me. Well, you already rolled a nature check and failed,
Cool.
so
Cool.
you don't remember this flower.
I heard something as well, Ember. I assume it was not. It was the voice of Keeper, but I assume it was not real. And let's keep.
Clearly, there's something wrong.
None of the rest of you heard that.
Heard what?
Next, Kallias, you hear your father's voice. Kallias, come here, my child. I want you to know that your mother and I are proud of you. And what is happening. You are our new leader, and soon will rise and become the elder when our time has passed. And you hear this true love and affection in his voice.
We can keep moving. Nothing.
Guys, are you hearing things? Who?
No, it's fine. It's just strange being home. Let's keep moving.
Is everyone else okay? I did see some weird mist coming from the ground or a plant.
This jungle's fucked. Let's keep going.
It's freaking crazy.
Onwards. Now.
As you are walking out of this clearing, or continuing through this sort of like small game trail, I guess it's being made, as this moment's passing, these 5 minutes of curiosity. Kallias, you hear Leonidas say something to you. In
What is-
Draconic. Mate, I fucking got you, mate. You and me, innit? Thick as thieves.
Thick as face.
It's thieves.
That's incredible.
Just sort of over my shoulder. Right, mate. Now, I appreciate that, but you can't. We're in the middle of a travel. We can talk about this later.
I say, Kallias, what? I'm not talking to you.
What?
I wasn't talking to you.
Mate, don't pull me leg, mate. Come on
Mate,
now.
don't pull me leg. You up on your mate? Up. No.
If you're gonna make me look like a mug, then don't do it in public. Not at home, then, innit?
We're talking like a bunch of... not at home. You just said... What did you just say to me? No, not for this.
Later, Brev.
Like
Not doing this now.
All right.
Oh, you have been watching Love Island.
Love Island.
The show.
That's gonna be my one shot. Is a Love Island one
Oh,
shot.
That was
no.
gonna be my one
Oh no! Then
shot.
take it, Hannah. Take it, Hannah. I'll do like a Survivor one.
Ooh.
Anyway, that'd be very fun.
Okay, and after about 5 minutes passes, you don't hear anything else. Kallias. God, I love tables.
I know you do.
Okay,
Really
you
do.
guys continue to push for a while. You get to about midday. Rain is still falling, and it doesn't seem to be wanting to let up.
How long has it been since we left the boat? Ship.
Since you left the boat, it's been about a day and a half.
How long did we tell them to wait?
said-
5 days?
I said you didn't hear, but I told
Oh,
them
I'm sorry.
5 days. No.
They-
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they told you.
Then I
Ember,
guess
a week.
Kyle was just wanting to know.
Yeah. So in table talk, it's 5 days.
Okay.
Unless she
So-
feels
okay.
generous and altruistic, but
Cool.
Well.
Okay.
or in case you fucked off.
Oh,
There's no way to
right.
tell. Great.
Cool.
You guys push through midday. Do you want to rest or continue through the jungle?
If nothing has stopped, I think Kallias is certainly not stopping.
Okay. With the monsoon pushing in, the terrain gets harder. And so as you guys have been traveling for basically the last 36 hours, I'm going to need y'all to roll me Constitution saving throws, slugging through, because as you're moving, following the path of Ashtooth or Nisath Avin,
Bless you.
there's mud. There isn't as much tree cover.
I would just want to mention as well, not that it necessarily changed any view, but I think you said it's just been pretty much raining, either a drizzle or a heavy pour all day, right?
Heavy pour. It has not led up
Great,
to a drizzle
great. So
seemingly at all.
that is perfect. I think as long as I am in the front at this point and facing away from my companions, as the cloak begins to weigh on me, I'm going to just let my hood down and let my hair, let all of this, let us breathe in the water and hydrate and not let the cloak bind me anymore.
Hydrate me.
As you take off your hood, your snecks, I don't know what we would call them, appendages, almost wriggle in pleasure.
Oh.
Of just like
I'm just
getting-
going to stop you there. Please don't say appendages wiggle in pleasure.
Pleasure.
please,
Yeah.
ever.
Ember again.
Fuck yeah.
okay,
Just
all right.
really,
I'll-
there's some lines I have to draw with my brother as I'm playing D&D, and that is one of them.
All right.
No, Hannah. I feel like that's a double
Yeah.
standard that you just set up. Well,
That
you know,
is-
to each
that
their
is a
own.
line, and I respect it. Okay, all right, I'm there.
Con,
Okay.
you said? Con saves?
Yeah, Constitution saves everybody.
Donkey Kong save.
And I will start for this round robin with Ember.
I've been rolling well. I got a 21.
Hell yeah, you're trucking through the mud. It's getting a little bit in your fur, and like these clothes are gonna need to go to a dry cleaner. But you're good. Ryujin.
It's a 19.
19, good. Lilith.
4.
Okay. Kallias
That would be a 13.
and Leonidas.
18.
Okay, Lilith. The mud is heavy, and your boots are starting to get stuck, and it's tiring. You have 1 point of exhaustion.
Where do I find that on D&D Beyond?
I think that is a good question.
Conditions, you can add active conditions. And you
Oh,
can
yes,
say
yes,
Thank
yes,
you,
yes,
thank you,
yes.
thank you.
At the bottom, it'll let you have the different levels of exhaustion. For any of you D&D Beyond fans out there, which I assume is probably
Where do I find it?
in conditions.
This is not the best. Kallias, this is not going to be great for Kallias. Oh, so we did long rest, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
It's
right.
the only person who got exhaustion is Lilith.
Yeah, it's not.
The
it's not
city
your class.
kid.
Yeah, City Kid is having
City
trouble
Kid's
moving
having
through the
some
mud. Okay. You guys pushed for the second half of the day. Who wants to roll this D20?
I'll do it.
Whoop.
Oh
Oh, Rochambeau, ready? I'll
Rochambeau.
yeah. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh boy, over
It's
Zoom.
it's the
Oh, you know what? Ember wins. We did it. Done. What'd you get? What?
Not 20?
It's
1?
1. Okay. As you guys are kind of heading uphill, just a little bit, the terrain starts to change. There's a little more boulders, a little more rocks. You see just to the right a cave. Looks like a little bit of respite from the rain. And there's a strange blue glow coming from the cave.
Is this anything I recognize?
Roll me a nature check with advantage.
Only he with pure of heart can enter.
Nice, Sue. That's
Who
gonna
is
be.
Sue?
Yeah, who's Sue?
He forgot to throw the D in there.
Sued?
I assume.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't quite want to push it that far on stream. I
What's
was
the number?
drawing a line. It was 18. Sorry, 19.
19?
Yeah.
All right, with the 19, you don't really know what this blue glow is, but you know as you kind of get to the more highlands of the island, because it is a kind of the lake is kind of settled on the top of this elevation.
Sure.
A caldera, if you will, a la Crater Lake. Not as high, but
Right,
some
but that
kind of-
almost like a gentle plateau to a
Yes,
divot. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
There are a lot of cave systems that connect, and they are full of interesting things, sanctuary, critters.
How are we feeling?
I'm okay.
I'm struggling a little bit, but if everyone else is comfortable going on, I can buck up and just keep going. I'm not that bad off, just not used to this much mud.
I feel disgusting.
These caves like this one are riddled over the place the closer we get to Olakos, and some of them are almost sort of next to holy sites. Little places connected to the energy that lives at the heart of this island, and some of them are just nests for the creatures that call this place home as well. So we would be taking somewhat of a gamble, but if you needed a little bit of respite, we could hunker down in there and see if the storm passes.
Is there a possibility that it could have something useful?
These Fidisilas is almost a living thing, and there are hundreds of these caves, and you never know what you could find in the heart of them. We have found treasures in there before, claimed powers that lie in these caves, and also lost many of our number, thinking they were seeking treasure only to stumble into sharp-toothed folly. So, yes, it is possible. I have seen it. And yes, it is also possible that there are things hungrier than we in there.
I am down for a respite, but am okay with deferring to the group. So if we are voting, I'll place mine towards respite, but I can keep going.
I'd say if we're traveling through a dangerous jungle, someone's tired, I think we'd all want to be at top tier.
It might be wise. I know we've only been going through half of this day's bulk, but the territory as we go further and further gets less and less reliable. The grounds on the outside of the Lake of Olakos is not known for being hospitable to encampments. This is
perhaps we take our moment.
I would agree.
And we'll be vigilant.
Very, very
quiet. I look over at Leonidas.
I can be quiet. Sometimes.
And I will, with trepidation, approach the mouth of the cave and see if I can see whatever is causing the blue light.
You approach. You don't have to roll for it. It's pretty easy to see as you enter. It's this relatively shallow, capped cave. The end of it, there seems to be some sort of a collapse that blocked going deeper, about, I would say, maybe 15 yards in. But growing at the mouth of this cave and kind of growing up the walls are these large mushrooms with nice big fat mushroom caps that emit that blue glow.
Is this new flora to me, or is it?
What'd you get on that nature check again?
I got a 19.
19. You recognize these. These are you have eaten them before. They are nutritious, delicious, when cooked properly. Eating too. Hello, Bailey. Bailey just spaghetti dogged at me.
Take a drink, everyone. Holy shit.
Is that a Vine reference?
Yeah, that's a spaghetti dog.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so good.
Usually it's the Lady and the Tramp, like doing the thing where there's like, and then it just cuts to this like, little chihuahua that just like like spits out spaghetti.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
It's so
Very
funny.
So these mushrooms are edible and nutritious. Do they impart any other properties on being eaten traditionally?
If you eat a lot of them, sometimes they can have a little bit of seeing some stuff. Little psychedelic.
A fun little trip.
If they aren't prepared properly, it can be pretty bad. But it's if you binge in them and like eat a lot and gorge yourself on these mushrooms, yes. Or if they are not cooked fully, and they have a pretty meaty texture.
But they are, and these hallucinations are not like, these mushrooms are not sought, or by my people at least, haven't been sought out for like spiritual usage.
Sometimes they have. They are sometimes like made into a stew that is passed around during like communion and stuff like that, for on special holidays that you would have.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So as I enter, I'll beckon. Everyone, come. These are, I didn't think I would find these. This was an easy meal to make while hunting. If one could find this, it's somewhat of a boon. We've stumbled here. If you give me some time while we make camp, I can see what I can do about making something of a hearty meal for us as opposed to just nibbling on rations for the evening.
Do you, are those mushrooms?
Mm.
If you don't mind,
Yeah.
I would like to
lovely to me.
teach you or help you cook.
Yes, of course. I can show you. There's a specific way about going about it to get the most out of it. I would welcome the help. And I'm going to start gathering some of the mushroom caps up of these. I am definitely going to pocket a few for my watch.
Oh, nice.
Supposed to be watching the camp instead. I'm just
Can I-
getting my own peyote over here.
I was gonna investigate the collapse.
Okay. As you guys are kind of making camp for the evening, and Kallias is making food. You go back there. Roll me an investigation check as you look through it.
While Ember's doing that, Leonidas is gonna. Cause how far are we into the cave?
It's about a 15-yard cave.
Okay.
So
Does anyone want to help me investigate?
I'll come out and
I'm baby.
I'll come out and help you
No.
investigate.
You help me?
Yeah, I'll help you.
I'm
Get
helping
advantage then?
make Din Din.
Yeah, I'll help.
yeah.
I'll help.
Do I get advantage because Leonidas helped me?
And because I love that you're speaking like a baby, sure.
That better.
I don't like this. I would like this to stop.
19.
A 19. Okay, 19. As you're looking through it with Leonidas, kind of picking through, you see a very small, uncut green gem. Just kind of amongst the rubble. You would recognize it as an uncut emerald.
Holy fuck!
I then cast Mage Hand and spend the next however long it takes slowly picking the rocks off with the Mage Hand. Leonidas, if you
Yes.
would like to also pick stuff off, maybe the Echo can help.
All I can think about
eat.
is that TikTok guy. We're about to make some fucking money.
Come for the D&D, stay for the TikTok references.
Yeah, really.
That's it.
Yes.
Oh, I will help. I've gone away from using E in a dire situation. I feel it is. I don't know. I just felt weird about it after a while. But I will help. What am I doing?
We'll just move. I would say move these rocks. Try to aim for the higher ones first. We don't want more collapse.
Okay.
And if anything starts to make too much noise, better just to stop and
Yes.
make sure.
Alright, I'll come back to you two. But as you get the big rocks, there's the little mage hand just kind of like taking the 5 pound and lower rocks off.
10 pound and lower.
Oh, 10, sorry.
Is it 10 pound?
Mage hand is 10 pound or lower.
That's still not that much.
And if there's anything kind of big, it'll just kind of try to roll it off. You know,
Just
like it
kinda
doesn't have
push
to
it.
pick everything up. Just kind of just like pushes it down.
All right. For the people making the mushrooms, what's because I'm curious and I want to know what are you making?
I think what I am attempting to do is basically remove the outer sort of more gelatinous texture, questionable edge of the mushroom cap with my knife, and then sort of bisect the mushroom heads, and if we can start a fire, just sort of roast them to make like char roasted mushroom steaks, basically.
Yeah.
I'm holding on to, or trying to hold on to enough to, during my watch, make a individual serving size version of the stew that I've seen used. I'm trying to, for myself later, not for the meal, I can't stress this enough. I'm not trying to get the group dripping, but I would like later on to partake on my watch.
Hogging all the hash for yourself.
Yeah, wait a minute. I want to partake.
Hold on.
Definitely not mentioning that part of that. So I hope I don't invoke any of that for dinner tonight.
Then roll me. My heart wisdom is a cooking. The cooking.
Just
stat.
like a wisdom check, basically.
Yep, and roll it with advantage since Ryujin is helping.
Cooking is wisdom and baking is intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Can I add? Would you allow a proficiency addition here if this is something I've ever made before?
Are you proficient in wisdom saving throws?
I am not, for sure.
Okay, then no.
So just wisdom check with advantage.
Yep.
Can grilling be charisma?
Well, it depends on.
I was gonna say.
Because the dads, you get an automatic
There
bonus.
you go.
Ooh. That
Can
a
we just
wisdom
RP a cooking show.
A wisdom check. That is going to be a 15.
15. All right. Yeah, you were able to get a nice char. These things are kind of almost act as tofu, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
The char is gonna get where most of the flavors coming from, but you make it pretty well, and also that witch's brew, if you will, my king. Also, you watched your community members who would also make it, and copied them to the best of your recollection.
Okay.
But yeah,
Excellent.
you guys have tofu steaks for dinner, and it tastes pretty damn good, actually.
As soon as Lilith is finished eating, she just passes out.
Okay. So as night begins to come and the storm is continuing, who wants to take first watch?
Do it.
Okay, Ryujin. Looking out the mouth of this cave, you can kind of see over the tree line to where you traveled from. Roll me a perception check.
$22.
22. Okay. You can almost see there's a small moment where the storm clears for a moment. And you think you can see a ship out there on the far edge of the island. You don't know if it's a trick of the eye or a little black dot in the distance, but maybe a ship out there on the eastern shore. Roll me a d20.
19.
19. All right, with a 19, what does that get you? What does that get you?
Wow.
That's too damn bad.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
I was literally when we started doing the rocks, the first thing that came to my mind is dig it up, dig it.
Oh God, what a
Movie
great soundtrack.
is a wonderful movie.
It is. With a 19, you are listening, and you almost hear like somebody's out there walking in armor, just trudging.
That'll be a large no on my end, partner.
So it's like kind of how Leonidas would sound. When he would
I
pour-
went to bed, right? I did that.
Yes, it's only Ryujin who's up.
You're sleepwalking.
Is it
I mean,
This is I'm hearing this from outside of the cave.
Yeah, it seems like it's coming from downhill a bit. The evening, the rain has let up just a little bit to a drizzle. It seems like maybe this could be the eye of the storm. But you hear like a chink, 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 chink.
I want to check it out. I want stealthily, just see if I can see.
Okay. Roll
something.
me a stealth check.
I'm still check, bruh.
I'm a fat stealth check, bro.
Nice. Hold on.
You lucky son of a bitch. Oh. Actually, lucky is a
Relative term.
That's a 24.
Good.
24. 24. You kind of peek out. There's a nice little bit of bushes kind of hiding you. You see, walking through that same kind of game trail made by Ashtooth, a single half-orc, looks like.
You know he's single.
A short-kept beard, a shock of gray kind of coming up over his head. His hair is wet. He wears this chainmail armor with kind of a leather pauldron over the shoulder. He has a sword at the hip and has a crossbow out and is marching along this trail. And he rolled poorly on his perception, so he does not see the glowing cave in the middle of the night.
You know, sometimes you do that.
Yeah, sometimes it's late and you're tired.
Roll me a perception check on this individual for me.
Okay. 16.
16. So you see those weapons. There's one element that looks familiar. On his belt, kind of kept under it, is a long, kind of slightly curved, ornate dagger, where the pommel seems to be carved in a certain way. You have seen a dagger similar to this before. And it would be on the personage of Logan the Bull.
I'm sorry.
And it's just a long, kind of long curved, like slightly curved dagger. If you recall, Logan's was straight. It was a straight dagger. And it had its pommel carved in 3 different beasts.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake.
I'm going to note this. I'm going to leave this man alone. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let the rest of them know when we're all awake.
Okay. This half-orc individual continues to trudge up the mountain. Okay. Night. Your watch comes to an end. Who do you wake up for second watch?
Kallias.
So
Hey, Kallias.
Oh boy.
Do you keep watch, or are you doing fucking shrooms?
The child
am
with
going,
the drugs.
I am going to, because I'm feeling a lot of different ways, especially after that incident with the Spinosaurus. I want to try something that I was told would maybe help. And I am going to sit just outside the edge of the cave so I can feel some of the rain. I'm going to get into a bit of a meditative state as much as I can, cross legs, deep breaths, things like that, before retrieving this brew that I made, letting my hairs, if they can, engage with it, whether that's smelling it with their tongues or tasting it, or just bringing it up to them even for a moment before taking a draught of it myself, and then just staying open-eyed meditation to see what happens.
Okay.
Not expecting much, but trying something close to home.
Roll me. I'm gonna go with a.
Charisma.
You're a charisma caster, so let's go with
great.
charisma.
I lied.
Charisma save or check?
Check.
Just base?
You can have proficient, like your spell casting. Use your spell casting bonus.
Okay. That's a 9. I'm going to use DM's inspiration.
You
The DM's inspiration. Did you get inspiration?
did you get
gave it to
inspiration?
me last. You gave it to me
Oh,
last
I
session.
did. I did give you inspiration.
I have it
Oh,
marked in
wow.
D&D Beyond.
Oh
Uh
wow.
huh.
There we go.
Nice.
Literally, I don't even know how to describe this. These dice, I blessed them, and I guess it cursed them instead. It went from a 2 to a 3, so it's a 10.
That's dead.
10. Okay. As you drink this brew, get quite a nice body high. Get a little disappointed because it's not doing what you think, what you assumed it would do, what you were told that it does sometimes.
Well, I was told a lot of things, wasn't I?
Towards the end, you look up, letting the rain hit your face. The snakes of your hair move and twist and all kind of look up to the sky as well. And you see 3 dots in the sky, all surrounding one larger dot. And they start to spin slowly. And then they fade away.
That's very funny.
Okay.
I also realized I just described the Sharingan.
You did. You definitely did. I was sitting there. I was like,
Nice.
Did not mean. I was like, I'm
kill
like,
me.
I have this drawing of it. And I'm like, ah, fuck, it's the Sharingan.
I wish I
damn
had
it.
like a Naruto soundboard on my phone so I could do the like the sound. Okay. I'm just gonna sit and try and make sense of that, and just see if it appears anywhere else. But mostly just like internalizing that symbol until my watch is over.
Send you. It's just I'll send you my doodle of it just
Yeah,
so you
please.
can see it. Also kind of looks like a flux capacitor. Jesus fuck.
Hmm. Oh.
Okay, your watch comes to an end. I believe there's one more.
I'll do it.
Unless-
Or Lilith, did you want to? Do it?
no, it's gonna be Lilith because
Okay,
otherwise
cool.
it would have to be 2.
Oh, right.
So-
Okay. Lilith.
Am I not exhausted anymore?
Yeah, you have taken your full rest. You no longer have that level of exhaustion.
Nice.
Noise.
So
So how does Kallias look?
pupils are a little dilated, but not too bad.
Right.
Little cotton mouth,
Yeah.
quite literally.
Well, I was just chewing on a raw mushroom.
I did not know you could eat them raw.
You can't really.
Well, okay. Well, I guess. if you
Feels nice
believe-
though.
Oh, okay. Well, have a good sleep, Kallias.
Yes. Yes. Watch good.
All right, Lilith. As high ass Kallias goes to bed.
Watch good. Yes.
Roll me a perception check.
That's a 16.
16. Okay, roll me a d20.
It's a 17.
17. What is a 17? Okay. Can you roll again?
Oh, the classic.
I don't like the sound of that one, Chief.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. Okay. Fuck yeah. All right. As you are making watch, you hear commotion come from out the distance. First thing you hear is a ree, 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 ree. and movement, and you feel these kind of tiny little feet towards you. And at the mouth of the cave, you see a pretty large boar dart across the mouth of the cave, and then behind it,
Come on.
what's the name?
1 second. Oh, come on, Pebbles. Come here.
And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay. Wonderful.
Fucking golden.
Golden.
I feel like this is a good part.
Pebbles.
This is a good
hour.
moment to
Good
take
for
a break.
Pebbles. Good for
Um,
Pebbles.
love him and hug him and call him George.
All right, Pebbles.
Pebbles.
And
Pebble.
Cool.
yeah, so folks,
Okay.
we're gonna take a quick break. It's a little early, but I feel it was a nice moment and kind of fun little cliffhanger to have silliness with. We will come back at about let's say 7:50, y'all. That gives us about like 13 minutes. We all good there?
Yeah. Hopefully
Yeah.
my pizza will have arrived by then.
Nice. Yeah, so about 7:50, 7:55-ish. We will return for all of you just hanging out. And hey, I saw a lot of gifting subs and all
Yeah.
of that. Everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you
I
so
know I
much.
saw NYC 42069, great name.
Great
You did
name.
A lot of those.
Great name.
Great
Thank you
name.
so much. Nemi, you were also throwing a lot of those out there. And guys, y'all, I should say, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. We love to all have you here. If you have any questions, anybody at all about anything, I can answer them after the break to the best of my ability without giving too much away. If not, please join the Discord, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
We'll be right back.
Love you all. Yeah.
And we're back. Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for break. I hope you have your whiskey, your coffees, your teas, your
And
waters, your
whiskey.
juices,
Your crown
all
apple.
that. Had a toast to that. Yeah, we're gonna pick right back up, but really quick, there was a quick question. Nemi asked, "Who has been my favorite NPC thus far?" Favorite as in favorite to play, favorite to just mess with my friends with, or I'm gonna say favorite to play just in general would probably have been Keepa.
Not Farnham.
Well, Farnham is a close second.
I was gonna.
Farnham is a close second. But to just mess with my friends and my players, Keepa. Because that threw you guys so hard. I'm sure that I also really enjoyed playing Kina, the captain of the boat. So it's kind of my mood. Yeah.
Didn't get any enjoyment out of what was his name? Felix.
Farnham? Oh,
No,
Felix.
I fucking loved Felix too. I like the characters that trigger y'all.
Yeah, I hated that dude.
That
Yeah.
kid sucked.
And like Logan for the one episode I was able to play him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Really quickly,
Sorry about it.
thank you to Nemi and I believe their name was Kylie for the tips. If those of you
Great name.
watching have
Great
not
name.
seen and you want to support the stream other than subscribing, or if you feel like you want to you don't want to subscribe but you would like to support us in other ways to help improve the stream, we do have a tips section in our about. And thank you so much to Nemi and Kylie.
We appreciate it, and we will
Ching ching.
we will love you. Yeah, cheers to you too. Thank you so much, and
To
all the
getting-
subscribers.
Getting
Chin.
tipsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The New
Ooh,
York
I made
Nosh.
myself a cool little cocktail.
Ooh. All right. And Nemi, that other question, we're actually gonna save that for next week's beginning
Opening.
question.
We're excited about it.
The high school.
It's a good question.
Yeah, if you're in high school, what clique you're in. So we're gonna actually say that for next week, Nemi. I wrote it down. So here. All right. So without further ado,
Let's fucking do this.
jump right back in. So as the camera pans back down, and you hear this large troll outside of the mouth of the cave go,
Oh no, Pebbles. Come here.
and it just, you see the outline of the troll and the just about maybe 5-10 yards outside of the mouth of the cave, just run by.
And I'm going to cast darkness at the mouth of the cave. Not with my bow, but I can also cast darkness.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Okay, and you're in the middle of this darkness, I believe.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Let's see.
It's a 15-foot radius, so if it can cover the mouth of the cave.
Yeah,
you
I'll
know.
let you do it.
It's like, in Little Mermaid 2, when it's the
Yes.
eyes in the
Niche.
cave. Nobody
Oh,
knows.
Wow.
No, I got you.
Wow.
I
We
got you.
know.
Little Mermaid 2.
Holy
Little Mermaid
fuck.
was the shit.
As you cast darkness, a moment passes, you hear the and then you hear distinctively a slipping sound of just mud and undergrowth getting ripped up, and you hear go and you just then hear
Pebbles. Come back.
Are we awake for this?
roll me.
Yeah.
Everybody roll
Motherfucker
me,
was loud.
roll me what would waking up be? Perception checks. Let's see if you heard it.
I guess that would be like passive perception. That'd be like the definition of passive.
Oh yeah, that
perception.
is. I guess that is passive. Who has a passive above 12?
I got
Passive above
13, baby.
12. Yep, I've got a 14.
Okay, you all are stirred from your sleep from this crying troll.
Who the fuck? I can't see anything. What's going on?
It's so dark.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
Is it morning?
There's some kind of creature outside. But
What's
don't.
that smell?
Anybody have any water?
I do, Kallias.
That's very funny.
Yes, please.
Just let them have their cry, and then they'll move on.
What is it?
It's like some kind of big beast. I've never seen it before in my life.
Do you know what happened?
To this beast?
Why is it crying?
I think it slipped. It was a-
Pebbles.
Is it a geologist?
What is Pebbles?
I think it was like a peg of some sort, like a board. I'm not.
It's lost its pet.
Let it alone. Whatever it is, it's time to go back to bed.
I think we're safe as long as we don't draw attention to ourselves.
Besides, if we don't get any kind of full rest in, we'll be much more tired tomorrow trying to hike through and up the hills. I'm going back to bed.
Can't do it.
No.
Ryujin's going outside.
Ryujin, no.
Yeah,
Ryujin.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Ryujin. I'm
Yeah.
very, very intrigued at what it is.
But you don't see Ryujin walk out because we're all in magical
There's
dark.
magical darkness. So I'm feeling my way out of this cave wherever the exit.
We're all in darkness
just-
in
I
the
did it.
cave.
I did it so it's like the sphere is like, it's a 15-foot radius, like at the mouth of the cave.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I don't know how big the cave is, but
About
He said like 15.
15
yeah,
yards.
15 yards deep, and then I would say
Yeah,
15 yards,
approximately
which is 30 feet.
like
yards is some
10 foot in diameter.
I just did it so that none of the blue light could emanate.
dope.
Okay, Ryujin and Leonidas, do you follow?
Yes.
Okay, do we do it stealthily?
Oh. Yes.
Yes.
You guys roll me stealth checks then.
Dirty 20.
That is
Oh.
a natural 20.
Oh, look at you two go, sneakies. In the matching armor.
Right.
La da da da.
In the Mobian armor, you sneak out quietly and are able to get towards this small ridge where you actually can see the place where this beast had slipped and fell. And you see kind of curled up like in a ball, crying and just kind of like moving around, just this troll, large troll. And it's just crying,
Pebbles, come back.
just covered in mud and crying.
Leonidas.
Yes.
Do you think we should help it?
Well, Kallias has seemed very adamant about making sure that that we do not do anything to anything here because it seems dangerous. But he does seem very sad, or they do seem very sad.
Very sad.
Maybe
Also,
if we very lightly approach them.
Yes.
I will be behind you. You should speak. I don't speak well.
I don't either, but we'll try our best.
What if we did it one word at a time?
We'll try our best.
Okay.
You approach this troll, and as you approach, do you say anything?
Friend.
Kind of turning up to you, rain and mud in its face. Kind of looks up. You see, no teeth. Actually, just one tooth, big
Oh,
tooth
God.
coming out the bottom. looks up with you with its big eyes, sad eyes. Goes,
Can you help me get pebbles?
What is Pebbles?
Pebbles is my baby.
There's another one of you?
He's my baby boy.
Oh, like an animal.
Yeah.
Oh.
So a pet, you would say.
Yeah.
And what does Pebbles look like?
He's got a big nose and these little tusks. They're so cute, and I don't know where he is.
Can I roll an insight check on him?
sure.
Sad troll seems suspect.
Fuck me. God damn it. That's a 7.
7? Seems to be telling the truth, man.
Seems to be
I don't know.
a sad boy.
Pretty genuine in his grief of losing his pet.
I don't know. Ooga Booga plays the long game.
It's true. That's what I was.
Mm.
Look.
I know what it's like to love an animal.
Yeah.
I'm willing to help you find your Pebbles.
Okay.
What your name?
My name is Nasher.
Nasher?
Yeah,
Of course
sure.
it is.
Yeah, that's my name.
It's a cool name.
Thank you. Yeah, my mom gave it to me before she kicked me out.
You guys hear from the cave, you hear Ember say, "Can you keep it down?" I'm trying to go back to sleep.
Kallias is gone. Kallias is lost.
Kallias is, his body has left himself.
Kallias is
themselves.
just like face
Ascended.
down.
That's very funny.
Okay.
Look, we're trying to sleep and you're being a bit loud. Sorry about your, I don't know, small one. What is the height difference we got going on here?
You can't really tell right now because Nasher is on the ground and hasn't gone up yet. But it's pretty large. Like you kind of look at it, it would at least have a few feet on you.
Sitting down, is it?
It's about like when he sits up, he's about at like a little shorter than your head.
Oh no. Okay.
It's a fucking troll. I mean, yeah.
Leonidas.
Troll in the dungeon.
Leonidas. We made the choice to approach. We made the choice to approach, and we listened to him.
That's true.
I think it's best if we help, rather than not help, because with a name like Nasher, I'd say we help.
So you guys gonna help me get Pebbles?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Can you help me up?
And this big, muddy, dirty hand reaches to you, the two of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Leonidas goes up and reaches for the
Okay.
hand.
You pull Nasher up. Nasher's about 12 feet tall.
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
So as you like kind of help
like
give the
throw-
leverage, just like it rises this
Yep.
troll above you.
It's like 5 feet taller than me. Okay.
Skinny, and like has long limbs and this like dumb face and big nose. These very kind of like far apart and small eyes. And this one big tooth just right here, kind of sticking out of his lip.
Okay. I think he went that way. Okay, let's go.
And starts walking through the mud. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of litigiousness are we following in terms of long rest policies?
Yeah. Do we not
if
get
you
one?
guys do this, you are not gonna get a long rest. You won't get exhaustion because you did get some sleep. I won't
Okay.
do that to you, but you will not get like hit points, spells, anything like that back.
Nothing
I've had a
had.
long
Oh, but
rest.
I've had a long rest and we
And-
haven't done anything,
And
so-
nothing had that. Oh
Yeah,
well.
you guys. What you rolled, you guys didn't really take any damage, so.
That's fine. There's something that won't come back, but that's okay.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. You guys follow Nasher. Do you walk behind or breast?
Behind.
Behind.
Certainly not breast.
Okay, as you were kind of following behind Nasher, Nasher's kind of following this trail. You guys see these hoof prints? Pretty big.
Of Nasher?
No, what Nasher is following. And he's kind of Nasher's kind of following the prince for a little bit. You're following for about 10 minutes, and absent-mindedly, Leonidas, you walk up next to him, and as he's like walking, kind of sniffling to himself, he just reaches down and grabs your hand to hold.
Oh.
You hold it back.
No.
Oh, it pulls away, and he kind of pulls it back. And goes, sorry.
You know what I do? 'Cause I'm a maniac. I see that, and then I put an echo out, and I say, hold the echo's hand.
Kind of grabs the hand.
We name him Tim Allen.
The echo?
No.
The trousers is Tim Allen.
And holds the echo's hand and walks, following the trail. It's the one reality where you chose to hold the troll's hand.
Sometimes ease affectionate.
Okay, you guys make your way down this trail, and now you get kind of the back side of this cliff. And you see there's these thorny bushes that has this kind of large opening to. And you see the troll kind of go,
Pebbles? Pebbles, I know you're in there. Come back, Pebbles.
and you just hear this like, and like something ripping into the dirt.
Nasher, how big is your boy?
Carl looks around and goes, "Ugh," and like about to your chest level, holds his hand.
Okay.
Wait, how tall are you, Leonidas?
I'm 7 feet tall.
It's about like 5.5 feet-ish.
Actually, not that bad, but
So like me, it's as tall as me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I've got 10 inches on it.
Oh.
how tall are you?
If I had a nickel.
10 inches where? 10 inches where?
Yikes.
So you guys have this beast in this thorn bush.
Do I see it?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage because it's night.
Can I also?
Yeah, totally.
Wait, it's night. I have dark vision. Can it not be disadvantage, or you just make it?
No. Then if you have dark vision, no, it's not.
Okay.
It's not disadvantage then.
I have disadvantage though.
Yeah.
That
Oh, no.
is a 6.
Mm.
I rolled the same thing twice.
What'd you get?
17. So
Jesus Christ.
20. 20.
You see, kind of from the light of the lightning strikes that hit every once in a while, light up, you see the snout and tusks of a giant boar. And just kind of backed up into these thorns.
I put my hand to Ryujin and I say, I've dealt with animals before. And I'm gonna very slowly put my hands up towards the boar, and I'll go. Oh, hold on, Nasher.
Leonidas, wait.
Yes.
Leonidas, wait. You've dealt with animals before, but I think when dealing with an angry animal, you come with something that you can give it, or
Oh,
something to calm it down, like food, or
that's very smart. I normally just tackle them. All right, maybe you should lead. Can we just wait, Nasher?
Yeah.
I think your boar's right there.
Yes, Pebble's alright. Not angry.
Can you pick him up? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I don't like thorns. So if you could get him out of the thorns.
right.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna find some kind of food in my bag that I can give this boar.
What do you have in your bag?
I have many kinds of things. Rations and jerky and
Okay, well, what do you have? Because, like, it depends on how good this food is if you're gonna be able to attract this boar out.
I have drugs.
is there anything around? Can I do a nature check to see if there's anything around that this boar might eat?
Roll me a perception check. Or a nature check, yeah, sure. Or I would do nature or survival, whatever you wish.
A natural 20.
Oh, you
Wow.
son of a bitch.
Nice.
Wow.
Absolutely nice.
Okay, I'll allow this. You have one picked mushroom in your bag. Glowing blue mushroom.
Think about that. All right,
Alright.
I'm gonna hold out this mushroom and slowly approach the boar.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Okay.
This is gonna go one of two ways.
This is how Robert
It's true,
Baratheon
so it'll
died.
probably go well.
Yeah, it
A
is
little
exactly how-
spoilers.
That's an 18.
That's episode like 3 of the show.
Huh?
18.
18? Let's see how you react. You see that big snout go. And it kind of bring its head out where you see it as this just giant boar. A few scars on its head, these big tusks, and actually has one set of tusks come out and then even bigger coming out the bottom. Like it's like a 2 sets of tusks that kind of rainbow out. And it slowly comes up and sniffs the mushroom. This thing's big. It's not as tall as like say like a horse, but it is thickum. And it takes that mushroom and just like its big like snouty lips go and like starts to sniff around you for more of them.
I know. I reach out to touch it.
You
And
touch it
I-
and like it's a wet, muddy pig.
All right, and I try and beckon it out further.
And bring it out a little further. And Nasher's like,
Oh, Pebble, it's a good boy. That's my good boy.
as like this pig almost is like pushing you with its snout because it wants more of these mushrooms. You finally get close enough to Nasher. Nasher comes up, and let's see how Nasher's animal handling does.
All right, come on, Nasher.
Isn't this Nasher's?
Hey.
Shouldn't Nasher have like? Isn't this Nasher's pig?
It doesn't mean the pig likes it.
Oh,
It did run away.
that's
Yeah.
fair. The pig did run. away.
Nasher comes up and pets Pebbles right where Pebbles likes it. And
Oh yeah.
behind the ear, you sick fucks.
Whoa.
Whoa! I was given a no. Whoa, 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 whoa. I knew it was. I knew it was a nice little ear scratch.
For those listening
watching
at
the
home,
stream.
and watching the stream. We just had a nice little
I don't
cameo.
think Will knows that. I want to shut the door. Whatever.
So he is petting, and Nasher and Pebbles start to kind of cuddle with each other in their big, muddy, stinky mess that the two of them are. And Nasher looks up at you guys and says,
Thank you so much. I thought I lost Pebbles forever. I don't like thorns, so it's good that you did this.
Nasher.
Thank you. How can I help?
Yes. Come with us.
Come with you where?
Well, we're going. Do you like adventures?
Do you like to kill things?
No, not really.
We aren't doing this. You're not seriously.
You're not-
saying, right?
You're not there. You're not there. You're not there.
You're not there.
You're not there.
I don't like killing things really, but
But would you help our group if
will
need
you
be?
help me find Pebbles? Do you need me to help you find something?
Yeah,
Sure.
we do.
I know my way around the island pretty well, so I can help you there.
Okay. If you could help us lead our way around the island, that would be good.
And I know a place where I can get Pebbles more of those mushrooms.
Oh, Pebble loves the blues.
Oh yeah,
What?
the blues.
What the hell?
trolls are dumb, y'all.
You're muted.
I'm not decrying you, Woody. I'm not attacking you in this situation.
Sweet,
So,
sweet.
what do you do with Nasher and Pebbles?
We bring them along.
Yeah, we bring him back to the cave.
We bring him back to the cave, and I say, Nasher, you stay out here.
Wait here. I
Wait
go
here.
in to grab the mushrooms.
Oh, that's fine. You wait out here. And what time is it? Like morning? Like, are people up?
This whole escapade has taken thus far about 30, 40 minutes. Everybody take a drink. Bailey's making an appearance.
Hello, Bailey.
So you guys could probably go back, and if you sleep in a little bit, you could get a full rest.
Okay.
I would allow it.
I'd like to.
Okay.
Yes, I will do that, but I will. Yeah, I'll go to Nasher and I'll say, do not leave, and do not come inside the cave. You promise?
Yeah, I won't come in the cave, but can I like sit at the edge so I don't get wet anymore?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
Okay.
good.
And can
And
Pebbles eat more of the blues?
Absolutely.
Billy is playing the part of Pebbles.
He really is.
Bailey is
Yeah,
playing
he
the part
Nasher
of
and
Pebbles.
Pebbles right now.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
He's my little pig. He's my little piglet. As he licks my whole freaking head.
So Ryujin's gonna harvest some of those blues
Okay.
and bring them out.
You lead Nasher and Pebbles back. They smell very bad.
Nice. That's outstanding.
But you guys are able to get them some mushrooms. Pebbles eats them all and really enjoys himself. The morning comes. Ow.
I make sure that if this means that I don't get a full rest, that's okay. Or rather, I don't get things back, like what have you, but don't whatever. I just make sure that I'm up before the rest of everyone else.
Okay, that's just gonna. You'll have
don't-
consequences down the road.
I don't go to sleep because I have a full rest.
Oh, well, I just want. Okay.
Well, then can we back up a little bit before I go back to bed?
Uh huh.
I want to explain to Lilith what.
Yeah, that's
Just
fair.
happened.
We should go talk to Lilith.
Okay, let's talk to Lil. You guys return with Nasher and Pebbles. Pebbles is currently licking all of Nasher's butt off of Nasher's face. It's pretty cute.
What the
Jesus.
fuck is this?
No, hold on. We
I thought we
Help.
said no strays.
well, did we say that? I don't know if we said that.
What if the strays are useful?
And he seems nice, and he has
Pebbles,
he's
I
happy
love
to have
you.
Pebbles back.
I love you, Pebbles.
He knows his way around the island well.
And we think he could help us. He did not seem like he was one to need to stay with us. So if we're like, thank you, goodbye, I'll say thank you, goodbye. We've done what we need for him. We're just seeing if he can help us.
And the more mushrooms we give his boar, the more likely he will continue to help us.
So we have a troll
The dungeon.
that has the mental age of a human 3-year-old and a boar that is currently, high on shrooms.
You can get high off those mushrooms?
That's what Kallias said.
At that moment, you guys look towards Pebbles, and Pebbles is like,
Catnip,
just like
basically.
licking a rock.
You know what? As long as the boar is docile, I think we're good.
I think we're okay. Sometimes
See, it's
a little
pretty-
bit.
It's a pretty
Sometimes
big boy.
sometimes you got to make friends in a place of danger. What is not friendship if not those who we feel scared of?
I don't think that. You tried.
Professor
tried.
Leonidas.
All right. If this goes south, you two are dealing with it.
Oh, for sure. If it goes south, I'll kill him.
That's fine. I'm willing to take the responsibility.
Same here.
So are you two gonna go back to bed, and then I'm going to babysit your new friend?
That was the goal of this conversation.
Oh, I was just gonna say that we were gonna I told him not to speak to anyone. So you just are you still in darkness? Are we in darkness?
The darkness is since dispelled. It only
Okay.
lasts for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So, do you go back to sleep?
I do.
But again, I make sure. I just want to make sure that I'm awake before Kallias.
Okay. This will have slight consequences in the future.
That's
Good
fine.
consequences or bad consequences?
We'll have to play the game to find out, y'all.
I sit outside. Well, I sit at the mouth of the cave, and I keep my eye on this giant, this troll.
In the dungeon.
All in the dungeon.
Okay. As morning comes, you see Pebbles and Nasher fall asleep and cuddle with each other as Pebbles licks the rock. Totally skoinked. And you all get your long rests. You can go ahead and mark that away. Except Dan, you do get a long rest. I'll allow it. But there's gonna be consequences in the future. Same with you, Ryujin, since you did go on a midnight adventure. There will be small consequences in the future.
Oh, okay. But
Your
I do get
poop
the long
schedule
rest.
is thrown off.
You're really thrown
That's
off.
dangerous.
Oh, we're definitely gonna level up. It's a good consequence. Just putting that out there.
Don't do that. No, I'll take a non long rest than do anything with leveling up. I'm dead serious.
I was joking.
We'll have to find out, y'all.
Oh
joking.
no.
You
Fucking
made your
late,
bed.
fam.
I need
You
my
were going to
bed,
bring
but
a
please
fucking
don't.
troll into the cave.
Please don't. No.
All right, morning comes. Nasher wakes up with the lot of you. Leonidas, you wanted to get
Yes.
up first?
I
Yep.
run over to Kallias, and I wake them up, and I go, Kallias,
Mm.
Kallias, are you awake?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I just, I'm a bit thirsty still.
Bit of thirsty. I have some water.
Um,
Here's some water. Yes.
Pebbles,
Nope,
get
nope.
up.
Kallias, look at me. Look at me
What
in
was
the
that?
eyes. Kallias, look at me in the eyes. Kallias, look at me in the eyes. Mike, look at me in the eyes. Mike, Mike.
Leonidas, there is something in this cave.
Leon,
It wasn't as safe as I thought. There is something in the cave.
Kallias,
What do you want? We have
look
to
at
move.
me. Look at me. This is.
How good is Leonidas being at body blocking the giant troll?
Oh,
in the cave?
I'm fully body blocking. No,
Fully linebackering
it's like
right now.
30 feet away. I don't think you. Nasher's at the front of the cave, and we're like in the cave. So I assume like there's some.
Does that have credence, DM, or is there any visual on the fat troll at the front of the cave?
Roll me,
No.
Dan. Roll me a stealth check.
Me?
Yep, and then roll me a stealth check.
How good were you at stuffing the troll away? Glad we get the
The chat would like to remind you.
Oh,
that
I
you
have my-
inspiration.
The D6 if you
You
want
do
to
have inspiration.
Oh god.
Nice, outstanding.
Was that a 1 down, please?
No. In total, with the inspiration kindly given by our wonderful friend Nemi, I got a 9.
Fucking kidding me.
My
I
passive
rolled a
perception
6.
Is a 14. Just
I'm
so
sorry.
we're-
You're,
I'm
you're
sorry.
groggy, you're
Yeah,
waking
yeah,
up. I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll for this.
That's fine.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Well, I rolled a 9 for a total of 13, I think. Yeah, 13.
Okay, so the big ass, stinky, muddy, talking troll and giant boar are hard to hide.
Damn it.
And as Leonidas is trying to like get in the way, otherwise you just kind of like, what the fuck is that?
What are they doing at the moment, the pair of them?
Pebbles and
Pebbles and Nasher. What are they doing?
Pebbles is currently
What's their breakfast
This is
routine?
gonna end so badly.
is
Pebbles and
like,
Nasher sounds like an old timey like British.
Yeah,
like,
it sounds like a
Like a comedy duo.
comedy
Yeah.
duo. Yeah.
Pebbles,
Pebbles
is
and
laying on the
Mrs.
ground,
Nasher.
seemingly asleep, and Nasher is kind of shaking Pebbles to wake Pebbles up.
Pebbles, wake up.
Kallias.
I am going to just grab onto your shoulder, Leonid, or your midsection, and try and like in almost the motherly like put the hand over the seatbelt when the car stops fast movement. Try and like whip around you and get my bow out to draw it on the troll.
I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Roll me strength contest, y'all.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
killing a
Oh,
big
oh
dumb
no.
Um, is this not woken anyone up?
You all are kind of waking up slowly.
Lilith is
Is
sitting
that-
in the
is that a
corner
strength
watching
contest
this
or an athletics
clown
check?
show.
Strength athletics check. It's his athletics versus your athletics.
What did you get?
I got a 9.
I got a 21.
Just so Kallias, your instincts kick in, and you just knock your bow and you point it right at Nasher.
Do I see him pointing his bow?
Yes, you do see it, and so does Lilith. And
Okay.
I think Ember's waking up does too.
Everyone back!
I'm gonna pull out my bow and aim it toward his arrow that he's about to shoot.
Okay. All right. Everyone's an idiot this morning. Everyone put down your bow.
Everybody get back! There's a troll!
Kallias, this is a troll that we friended. We helped the troll.
It's fine.
And as Nasher turns and sees all the arrows pointed, kind of covers Pebbles with his body. To
I
protect
stand
Pebbles.
I stand between Kallias and Nasher, and I say, Kallias, we helped this troll, and this troll is going to help us.
Why would you have done that?
It
That's a
seemed,
very good question.
dumb decisions are made in the dark. Sometimes.
Sleep.
Why?
True words
Why
never
is it
spoken.
here? Why did you go out and bring it back here? Do you have any idea?
He said
He said
would
he can help us. He said he could help us move about the place.
And
Yes,
they're a troll.
you're right.
But we helped him.
Do you have stories about them where you are from, or is that exclusive to our isles?
I have. No.
I feel
Look,
like
I-
yes, where I'm from, but they're like fairy tales. I didn't
Yeah.
know they were real. This is the first troll I've seen.
Kallias,
Well, here they can eat you. if you stray too far from your hunting partners.
Pebbles, is that your name? No, Nasher.
Nasher.
Right? Are you going to eat us?
I became a vegetarian
Nasher doesn't like to kill either.
because
true.
I lost all my teeth, and so I eat mushrooms and roots.
Nasher doesn't kill.
I trust Nasher.
I do as well. Kallias, look at me.
You
If
two
you-
trust Nasher faster than you trusted us.
I'll kill for Nasher.
That's Lilith. You make a fair point.
You do.
You do. Kallias, look at me. If you do not want this, I will tell Nasher to go. Right now.
You think I have any interest in walking toe to toe across a land where I am anxious enough as it is,
But think.
next to a troll?
But if we come across the albino dino, a little extra strength couldn't hurt.
Do you say that as Ryujin?
Yeah, because I don't know what else to call it.
What's a dino?
Yeah. What's an albino?
You've never heard of an
Albino.
albino?
I have tried for the past number of cycles to adapt and learn about where you are from. I had thought the same was expected in return. And I'm going to walk out the cave and keep moving southwest.
You guys glance over and you see Ember has made like a makeshift like earmuffs to block out the sound. He did it in the night, so he's still asleep.
Oh,
You can't hear
incredible.
anything.
Incredible.
Go
I
over
go-
and shake
I-
his shoulder a little
I go-
bit to wake him up.
I go up.
Ah!
Stop fucking doing that.
I go up to Nasher, and I say, Nasher,
Yeah.
it would be best if you went on your merry way.
Oh.
I
so you
apologize.
don't want my help?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for getting pebbles for me. I
Anytime.
appreciate it.
Wait, what the fuck is happening? What is that thing?
Goodbye, friends. Come on, Pebbles.
And Pebbles is still passed out because Pebbles ate way too many mushrooms last night.
Have we asked it about the? Okay, fine.
And just starts dragging Pebbles by the back foot
Oh.
away.
Wait,
Oh. No.
Yeah?
just one thing. Do you know anything about any crystals, large glowing crystals? Have you seen them before?
No.
Useless.
No.
I don't know nothing about no crystals.
All right,
Thank you, Nasher.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for getting Pebbles for me.
It was great being your friend for about
24
few
hours.
hours.
It's four.
4.
shit we have pulled with
We're friends.
regular.
We're friends forever.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think it's that what it comes down to is the tone at which the NPC speaks to us. Because if it speaks in like a dumb friendly way, we assume it's dumb and friendly.
We've
If
had
it speaks in a
pu-
goddamn conniving
No,
evil
I'm
way,
not even referring to Felix. I'm talking about people like Keith or random barkeeps. There's so many NPCs, like, or Farnham. Farnham is actually an excellent answer. Farnham is like a human parallel to this ogre, and yet we were like, Farnham, you sussy little piece of shit. You were the
it was more that
BBEG of this campaign.
we enjoyed treating Farnham like shit.
Like,
because he couldn't
absolutely.
do anything about
Because
it.
he couldn't do
And
anything
roll
to us
couldn't
The
about
do
it.
troll
anything
could
about
kill
it.
us, and I was
Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah.
nice.
Exactly, as possible.
I'm long in the woods.
Yeah,
but it's
I
fine.
go and try and catch up to Kallias.
Are we having breakfast?
I think this is more of a eat on the road kind of day.
Oh, but I always
Ryujin, Ryujin
I'm
packed
so
some
burpy with
mushrooms.
on the road.
Hey.
Ember, the faster we get this over with, the faster we can not be on this humid island.
I fucking agree. I'm just saying that breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
We can go. Fine.
Okay. Let me just take a peek at the map to make sure I know where y'all are. Okay, there. No. Okay, yeah. You have about a day and a half left to travel. So, as you all get back together, who wants to roll for this first half of the day journey?
Who hasn't done it yet?
I think Drew.
I don't think I've done it. Did I?
But
Did
watching doesn't count. Watching kind of informs me what's moving around at night.
Oh, okay.
Did I not do it?
I don't think you. The only people who've done it on the actual travel have been Kallias and Lilith.
I
No.
did.
Oh, and an Ember.
I'll do it.
Okay. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh.
Said roll a d20.
Yep.
Okay, that's 15.
15. Ooh. Yeah, that's what's 15. Let's double check, Woody.
Oh no! Don't.
This is my favorite one.
No.
Oh no.
Okay, so since you rolled it, Ryujin, you guys are walking for the better part of the morning, and just ahead of you, you hear some stumbling in the woods. And coming through this clearing in the mud, because it's still, the rain's a little lighter now, it's kind of a heavier drizzle. Through the woods pops out a humanoid wearing purple with these teal accents and has a bow over their shoulder. A little scraped up. Ryujin, you just pop out of the woods after waking up in the middle of nowhere last night. And you look at your party and see yourself walking with them.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna need a minute.
So
You have
we
some-
see Ryujin.
You see
Walk out of
a
the
slightly
brush.
like bumps and bruises and a little bandage around the head, Ryujin, stumble out of the woods in front of you and look at you all.
And Ryujin's.
Next to you.
So which Ryujin is the our Ryujin?
I turn to Kallias and I go, I apologize for anything that I've ever done in this place. You are right. Everything here is terrifying. You are very right.
I'm trying to tell you this since the
I know.
beginning.
I apologize. I apologize.
Place is cursed.
Guys?
Do you
I-
have twin?
No.
Who's
Um,
speaking? Which one is
No.
speaking? Which one?
No.
No.
I don't have a twin.
Is one of you a door? Or a box or a crate? I won't have this.
I point a sword towards one of them and an echo sword towards the other.
It's me.
It's me.
No, it's me.
No, it's me.
I turn into Ryujin.
It's the Spider-Man meme.
What of yours do I hate?
Ooh.
My dragon.
My dragon.
Which one spoke first?
Me.
The one who had walked out of the clearing
Okay.
definitely spoke first.
Turn to the one who's been traveling with us.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh no!
Roll initiative.
Oh, we're fighting. I'm so confused. There's 3 Ryujins. I don't know which one I should.
I absolutely hate this. But we know one of them just cast an Eldritch Blast,
This
and
is
the real
why-
Ryujin can't do that.
I
gotta
wanted
grab
to
another
use my
mini.
inspiration on this moment because I knew I would roll initiative under fucking 5.
Well, you were dead set on body blocking a fucking troll. And I respect it, but you full sent that one.
I was dead set on.
Oh boy.
God damn it.
Oh.
Oh, this is the worst
Fucking
morning.
funny.
This is the worst morning.
Fucking funny. Do I get an Eldritch Blast off?
Be noble for life. You just let
Yeah,
pounds
so
of
we're gonna
bacon
start. So
walk
roll
up.
me an attack with that Eldritch Blast. You are only about
Okay.
like 10 feet from him.
My initiative was 13.
13.
I'm just gonna remember that for posterity. Fuck me.
Are we
the
actually on the
attack
battle cam?
If we could switch to it,
10.
yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Wow.
A 10 to hit.
So-
Yeah, only a 10 to hit.
And just to be clear, the Drew, you're RPing the one that just stumbled out of the woods.
Yes, the one with the red
Okay.
base.
Yes, the one with the red base.
And in a not meta reasoning, that one is the one that answered the dragon first.
No.
Yes. So if we're looking at the map, there's
Okay.
this clear one here that is the one you've been traveling with. There's the red base one over here that is the one who just stumbled out of the woods.
This is
A nightmare hellscape.
a nightmare. This is too
Oh, I
much.
missed.
Wait, and are you still shapeshift this region?
Yes.
Ryujin's all the way down.
It's my favorite.
Okay,
Don't stop
okay.
and play.
Well,
They're all
cool.
different variants.
Oh my god.
Stop. And that's it.
And that's it. We
Okay,
just become the
who got
television show
above a
Loki.
20? Or what you hit with what, Kyle?
I got nothing. Nope,
Okay,
missed.
all right, you didn't hit. All right. Who got above a 20? Who got 20 to 15?
Me.
All right. This is going to decide who's the real Ryujin right here. Lilith, what'd you get?
18.
18.
The what?
Ryujin, what did you get?
19.
19. Okay. And Kallias, what'd you get?
Got a 15.
15. All right.
This is like the usual order of combat, actually. It typically goes like Ryujin, Lilith, or Lilith, Ryujin, Kallias.
Right.
Bringing
And
up the
then
rear.
Then the two caboosei,
Caboose kitties.
caboose kitties.
I got
Aw.
Really, the caboose.
13.
A 13 and Leonidas.
That's a 5.
Wait a minute. What's your initiative? What's your dexterity modifier?
A +1.
I don't know
So you
why.
rolled
I
a
thought you were.
4?
I thought you were a high dex.
No. No.
Not at all.
Not
okay.
at all. Just a
Okay.
big old lumbering lion.
Drew, you're first.
All right.
It's kind of hard to see
No,
on the
I'm-
map, but it's right here in the center.
How far away is he? Is that-
From you, that's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, like 45 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna move as close as I can. I'm pulling out the scimitar. We're going hand to hand. Well, not hand to hand, but
Foot to foot.
close combat.
It's yourself.
You can get right there with your 30 feet. Can you move 30 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, you get right to here.
All right.
You're about 5 feet away, or 10 feet away in total.
Well, then I'm going to let out Auron, my little Drake.
Okay. All right, your little Drake. Let me get my little. I would use a die for it until I get an actual mini for it. Okay. Or you want to put like right here next to it, right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. There it is.
And then we'll have him do a bite attack, since I
Okay.
can't do anything.
Roll an attack.
That is dirty 20.
30, 20. That's gonna hit. Roll for damage with that bite.
It's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay, takes 4 points damage. All right. Okay. And then now we go to next in line is Lilith. Your turn.
I don't know who to fight. I look at Ember. No, you're Ryujin too. Ah, I don't attack. I just go, which one of you is the real Ryujin?
Sorry, I thought it would be funny.
Okay, so there's 2 down.
I'm the real one.
Which one says I'm the real one?
Both. They both say it.
Shit. I don't attack. I'm confused.
Okay. It is now the other Ryujin's turn. This one goes, kind of looks around and goes, "Can't you see it's an enemy?" And goes and tries to attack that Ryujin.
That Ryujin.
Pulls out a weapon, which the weapon is. All right, nice. 2 attacks with its little dagger.
Dagger. We all know Ryujin would use a double-bladed scimitar, so this motherfucker.
Well, because he stole his double-bladed scimitar. He's like, he stole my weapons. That's a 23 to hit for the first attack, and that is a 20 to hit for the second attack.
Those definitely hit.
Okay, so for the first one, 5 points of damage from the first attack, and another 5 points of damage for the second attack. And that's where that Ryujin's going to end his turn. Okay, now we go to Kallias, your turn. You see 2 Ryujins fighting each other.
Something has settled rather darkly in the pit of Kallias' stomach, and the presence of shapeshifters does not do anything to quell that. If anything, it just digs that hole deeper. So with a ragged breath, Kallias is just going to walk up to this one in the center here, the one who answered late, and the one whom Kallias has decided is the imposter, because it sits worse for the imposter to be traveling with you for so long. And Kallias is just going to get close, try and grab it by the throat, and stare down its face. I have outgrown the wilds of this forest, and I will not let you sink your ways into my friends. And I'm going to just let all my hair writhe upwards and try and stunning glare at close range.
Okay. First, roll me an athletics to see if you can grab this Ryujin.
We've all seen Ryujin's biceps.
It's only an 11.
Only an 11?
Mm.
Only an 11. With an 11, okay. But so you try to grab it. It's gonna have it. It's not directly looking at you, but it will see it. So now, what's the save?
The save is. Give me 1 second, because I always.
It's Constitution, right?
Oh damn it! I should have.
I'm using my pride dice by Color Spray Creations.
It is a Constitution save. It is a. It's a 15, I think, at this point. Yeah.
Okay. You do this, and you see these. Suddenly, this being from a Ryujin shift, and you see this white skin kind of go over its face and these wide eyes, and it just kind of like stunned by your look, and you guys see no longer Ryujin, but this completely stark white humanoid. White kind of coiffed hair that kind of hangs over. That's the leather armor that Ryujin, or that he's wearing, that has kind of changed color a little bit, just like simple brown, and just wide eyes, and like dark, like eyelashes, and lips, and stunned. So the changeling has been stunned. Okay, now we go to Ember. Your turn.
That's on. Ember changes back into Ember, and just readies an Elder's Blast.
Okay. What trigger are you waiting for?
Waiting for everyone else's cue. If we're not killing, then he won't kill for whatever reason. But if we start attacking, he'll just pop off.
Okay, Leonidas, what are you doing?
Are we hitting this thing? No. Yes.
Ryujin?
Well, we see
Yes.
that it's become a changeling, right?
It is the center one is no longer Ryujin. It is now a changeling because Kallias came up and stunned him out of them out of their illusion.
Okay. Well, I'll go up and hit it.
All right. You sally on up. Roll an attack.
Oh, we're not using this dice anymore. Nope. 16.
A 16. All right, with a 16, that's gonna hit. Roll for damage.
Ooh. 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Oh boy! All right. Okay, yeah, you hit this guy pretty hard and stunned, definitely stunned and hurt. So, all right, cool. Now we go to Lilith. Your turn.
What about
Oh,
Ryujin?
I'm sorry. Ryujin, your turn.
Angry that this thing would take his beautiful face. It's going in for another attack.
Okay.
But first he's gonna cast Hunter's Mark. It's for a little extra.
A little extra oomph.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And also he's gonna use an infused strike from his dragon
Oh shit. Okay.
for a lot of extra.
Ember will pop off his Eldritch Blast
Yep.
as well.
Okay. All right. So both of you are gonna trigger it. Both of you roll for an attacks.
18.
18. That's gonna hit. Roll for damage. Ember.
22.
22. That's gonna hit. Roll for damage. Raise your hand when you're ready, class.
Only 3.
Only 3? Okay, 3 points of
Rolled a
damage.
Only 3.
16.
16. Holy shit.
Not fucking around.
Okay, yeah, that hit that guy good. He hurting a lot.
With melee, by the way, you'd have advantage.
Yeah, you would.
Well. Okay.
Did you roll with advantage, Ryujin?
I didn't.
Roll advantage. See if you get a crit. Knowing you.
That look.
Yo!
Don't you fucking say
Don't you
it.
dare.
Fucking manifested this shit.
No way. No way. Oh. How the fuck?
That's the wombo combo. Okay, from now on, I have to remember.
There's no way.
Stun an opponent if Ryujin is up
Just
close.
because I want to know, send me a picture.
Of this die?
Yeah, of the that
Post it in the
funny.
Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah,
post it in our
Discord.
Discord because that's fucking bananas.
The odds of that get spicier, not just because it's like a dice roll, but then with the like metaphysical, emotional odds of like wanting it to be specifically that in that moment. Like the quantum physics of that are just off the fucking
What
charts.
the hell?
We're in the
Krew,
we're in the
You definitely have made some sort of pact with the demon.
It's the
Balgura.
Balgura. That's what
It's
I'm
the
telling
Balgura
you.
demon.
Yep. Big demon ape.
The great saying, it lives within you.
Jesus, you guys just melted this guy.
So sad.
Wow.
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 Wow. Wow.
Oh, do I
Shout
have to
out to Owen
reroll
Wilson.
something?
Doing a great job.
No, yeah, well, do you have your dice still? Can you tell me what your double dice? Or no, I just added a D whatever of your main damage die.
Oh, okay.
So what, you used your scimitar, so it's a D6 or D8?
It's a D4.
It's a D4, so
Well, it's 2d4, but so just add 1d4.
so your scimitar is 2d4?
Yes, and then
It's a cool
so it's
scimitar.
2d4, and then I can make a bonus action. If I didn't use my bonus action, I can make a bonus attack that's 1d4.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Then have it. Then
wise.
basically add 8 because I'm gonna. It's for every like your damage die. No, just add 1. I'm kidding. Yeah,
So add 1d4.
yeah. Add a D4 because if you get 1 full damage,
So that was 16.
but it's full, so just add 4 to it. So it's now more than that. It's 33 points of damage total.
Good God.
Good.
Jeez. Okay.
Hey, yeah.
Gravy.
Okay, Lilith, your turn.
I'm very confused. But I feel like this person just tried to kill Ryujin, so I'm going to keep that from happening and attack. So yeah,
Okay,
but
you,
Lilith is very confused.
You sidestep. You are definitely flanking. You guys have surrounded this poor changeling. Roll attack with advantage.
Oh, advantage. Okay, that's a natural 20.
All right.
Yay! Roll for damage. Huh?
There's something.
And
Remember
for
that one
every
time that
damage
like
type, you add a fucking full die. Okay.
remember that one time
Yay.
that like 4 of us rolled nat 20s
Yeah.
and we
I do
probably
remember that. That was
we
insane.
figured out the probability of that and it's like 1 in like 20 million
Many.
or something. Yeah, something
One
ridiculous.
in a number of things.
Yeah.
Maybe my house is on a slant.
Or like a
Wow.
ley line.
Okay, I have a
Yeah,
question,
so-
Woody. You said
Yeah.
full damage die. I roll with 2d6 and 1d8 for the sneak attack fully.
So you'd have 1 full D8, and with your sneak attack, you'd have 1 full D6 added.
Okay, so then that's 33 points of damage.
Well,
Ooh.
Ooh. Hey, Hannah, take the stage. It's all yours.
Youchu.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
just confused. I've never seen anybody like this before. I've never heard of anything like it. So I'm just going to. I'm just going to end it. I'm done. And so I just shink.
Yep.
And then step away.
Okay, yeah, you just
look
you
around.
just stab right through its back, through its lung, and into its heart, and just like and this red purplish blood out of his mouth, and just you see this changeling then begin to shift all like a fast forward shift to all of these different looks, and then fall to the ground, dead in its white form.
I feel bad. What the fuck was that? Ryujin, are you the real Ryujin? I point my
I
rapier
am.
at them.
I've never seen a face stealer in real life, but we gotta get out of here. Let's get whatever we're doing done. I've had enough.
Do you believe me? No.
I do, and I'm sorry, Kallias, for
Yes.
befriending a troll.
We will not befriend anything more.
I'm not
we-
even sure if it was me who befriended the troll anymore.
Neither am I.
Is,
I'm gonna-
is this normal? Is it are face stealers normal here, Kallias?
This feels not normal on my end.
No. Changelings do not hang out here. The only other community that are kind of live peacefully with yours are on multiple islands. There are small communities of, and you would know this, Kallias, so I'll tell you. What's the name? chwingas. They're these little tiny kind of elemental fey creatures that are just, they have small villages, kind of like little gnomes almost, like little jungle gnomes.
Like what gnomes are to humans, these are to Genasi, basically.
Yeah, very similar.
Great.
And they'll just kind of like, they live in peace. They just kind of hang out in the forest. They don't do much. There's not a whole lot of them on Fidisilas that you know. They are kind of on the smaller islands that kind of dot the archipelago, but
I'm going to briefly rifle through their effects while I respond to Lilith. No, this is... I do not know what this is, who this is, or why they are here. This is not something that is native to our isles. This is an outsider or a traveler, and how they ended up in possession of your face, Ryujin, I do not know, but...
As you're rifling through this person's stuff, you find a bag of 500 gold pieces.
Nice, like that.
And a
Nice.
note. The note says, upon retrieval of the Leviathan's idol, you'll be paid in full, or paid the other half of what is due. And then it's signed Miguel Kilpis.
Kilpis? Wait a minute.
This sounds very familiar.
Kilpis.
I remember making fun of that last name.
King, it's a king. It's somebody in power. It's somebody in power. Can I roll? I feel like Lilith knows this.
I would have shared this
Is that
note as
the
soon as I
Doge?
read it.
Is that the Doge?
No, the Doge is
King Kilpis. King Kilpis?
I wish I had a fucking Control F for my notes.
Control F my notes.
Control F my notes.
It's something. Is it
The Doge is Doge McCoy.
Yeah, Nemi's
Right.
right. Nemi's right.
Miguel?
Doge.
Oh, he's the king. He's the king of
Oh my god.
the whole ish where Lilith and Ryujin are from. Like
That
that
nation.
Like he's the king of all of those.
It's the bigger than Revan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the alliance, the
Amber
what's it
Kingdom
called?
is the word.
The
I'll
Amber
give you that.
Kingdom, yeah.
The Amber Kingdom.
Holy shit. Okay.
The Warden of Marvelhold and the King of the Amber Cascades.
That's a bad sign.
Why the fuck does he want the Leviathan's? What is it called? Idol?
Leviathan's
King.
Idol.
Actually.
Mhm.
Speaking of,
Go ahead.
just on my watch last night, I did see a half-orc being following the trail that we were following, and this could also be someone after something similar. But just wanted to share that.
What was the full name of the king?
Miguel Kilpis.
Miguel Kilpis. Kilpis.
Sounds like a fish's name. I'm just being the Kilpis
true.
part. Just sounds
The
like
Kilpis.
kelp.
Kelp.
Kelpis.
Alright.
The technically his full title is Warden of
Fish.
Marvelhold, the Warden of Marvelhold, and the High Merchant King of the Amber Cascades. Roll me for the Revan kids. Roll me a history check just to see if you can kind of piece some things together.
This fucking sucks, guys.
Would I have advantage?
No. Yes.
Oh, didn't like that. Didn't like that.
$17.
17.
24.
Okay. 24. 17, Ryujin, you would know that Kilpis is a collector of fine things. And to build off of it, Lilith, in your youth, you heard quite often that very rare, perhaps even magical artifacts are something that Miguel Kilpis lusts for. And often, he would pay quads and pay members of the military of Revan to delve deeper into the catacombs to try to find magical items for him. Or items of renown.
Kallias, do you know anything about the Leviathan's idol? Whatever
Not in-
this is?
Not in its name, exactly, other than it perhaps either specifically would refer to the Great Sister Serpent, or it is an outsider's fumbling at our beliefs.
It's not.
Almost certainly they are seeking something that resides in the Temple of Orakos, based on a name that they had heard whispered wrongly. What lives and resides in the heart of this isle is not the Leviathan. The Leviathan we brushed with, but they are linked, bound.
I think it's important for us all to understand that now there might be some mercenaries in the area looking for treasure, and they would not think twice to gank us.
No.
Technical term,
I-
ganking.
Technical game.
The Chimera hilt. When I talked to the member of the cult of the Wild Hunt, is that their symbol?
You don't necessarily know the hilt, but do you explain the knife, Ryujin, I'm assuming?
Yes.
It is, from remembering what you talked to the member of the Wild Hunt about, that you didn't get into detail about their item that they have. They all share. The one that I think that you retrieved from Logan has a wyvern, a bull, a wyvern, and something, I forget the third one, all carved into it, but they have been like crossed out seemingly by a knife, like defaced. You have seen members of the Wild Hunt around in the past, and every single one of them carry a dagger or a long knife similar to this.
So we can safely assume, we can safely assume that this is a member of the Wild Hunt out here as well. And they are either under the employ of this king, this heretic king, or they are here to hunt some great prey as the Wild Hunt does. And while I can respect that, if they are out here trying to hunt Ashtooth, then I would seek to assist them in this goal. But if they are here to defile my temple, then we either give them a wide berth or we stop them from doing it. Either way, I say we move on from here now. I'd rather outrun them or run into them later than let them get the jump on us.
You know, I'm going to trust just what you're saying, Kallias, because I don't understand what just happened, and I think I just killed Ryujin.
You did not.
I'm okay.
Oh, I gotta sit down.
Can we have a safe word if we encounter anybody else like this, a face stealer?
Yes, we should.
Face stealer.
Is that what you want the safe word to be?
No.
Keith, perhaps?
Keith.
I
Keith.
approve.
Keith is a good word.
I'm okay with Keith.
Keith.
Awesome.
Keith.
Keith it is.
Keith it
Okay.
is. The changeling says.
From the grave. I stab it.
Okay. You guys continue on. We can get out of the battle map now, Dan.
Okay.
You guys gacked that changeling.
Question, DM question,
Uh-huh.
and it might apply to beyond just this specific kind of stunning. When one is stunned in this way, can you still see, perceive, and hear?
Yes, it's more of like a it's like the stunning fist for a monk.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
the body is locked either in like chi instilled vibration or magical in fear or whatever this is.
Mhm.
So that sucks. That sucks for them that they like were frozen in place and then absolutely pirated.
Yeah, and
God.
couldn't really didn't and like
Destroyed.
Lilith. If you didn't do that much damage, it would have like been like, okay, I'm sorry, Jesus fuck.
Well,
But
Wait.
here we are.
Too
You
late
can't
now.
tell us that now, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well, you killed it.
We're in its
Don't
nightmares.
fucking-
That's what you get for
Mess with-
stealing
huh?
stealing somebody's face and walking up to a bunch of really unhinged people.
It's true.
yeah, like you messed
Really?
up. Like you messed up.
They
It
messed
was
up.
your
Big
fault.
friend,
Oh,
bro.
They saw an opportunity of like a powerful group to kind of follow along with and snuck in and
Not the
How
move.
long? Can you say how
Yeah.
long that had been the case? No.
I would say probably on the walk back.
From with Pebbles and
Yeah.
Nasher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As we keep moving forward, as we begin to leave this area and begin hiking again, I'm going to walk up to Ryujin. Are you speaking in Draconic specifically?
Well, am I?
Well, no.
Do you fare well?
I'm shaken, but I'm okay.
You are not needing of medical attention. You are in one piece.
I'm in good condition. Just
Good.
this
Good.
jungle, it's a lot.
I know. To hear you say that is perhaps even a little more jarring. But it did not take you. And you are here still, and that is... I'm sorry that I have apprehensions about your companions, but I will do my best to reserve them. Because I would much rather you continue walking by our side than somebody pretend to be you without that dragon.
And this dragon is always here to help. It's never here to hurt you. I promise.
I wish I could say that I know that, but I know you, and I do trust you. So if you trust your companion, then that is all that needs matter. I will work on it in time.
It's okay. You can take your time.
But I'm glad you are well. Let me know if you need of anything, other than to leave this place.
Thank you, Kallias.
Okay. So, as you all push through the second half of the day, who wants to roll one more time?
I'll do it. Oh,
It's-
All right.
Let Hannah do it.
our Hannah can do it. Yeah. Don't let me
Daniel, do
roll.
the
I've been
last
rolling.
one.
Okay. That's outstanding.
11?
11.
That's in the middle.
We still have one whole half day left before we...
As you all are making it your way through this afternoon, the rain stops for a moment.
Oh, good to know.
There's the clouds open up for a second, and it's sunlight hits your face, and it's pleasant. You make your way over this first ridge and down. At the bottom of this ridge, you see that there is this, actually now not dry, muddy lake bed. Not lake bed, a riverbed that there's a crossing. There's not a river running through it. You guys start to cross it. And then as you guys are making your way across this pretty wide river, you hear this rumbling. And you guys look upriver, and you all see this rush of brown water, twigs, and branches rushing at you. I'm going to need everybody to roll me survival checks to try to get to safety.
Oh.
That's
If
right.
if I use my feline agility, does that give me advantage?
I'll give you advantage if you do that. Yeah, sure. If anybody else has abilities that could give them an advantage, you can talk to me about it.
Just talk to me about like survival check, as in like get across the river through the water.
Or find a rock to hold on to, get up on, something. It's something. It's the check in this challenge that I have made is a survival check. Surf that mighty wave, bro.
I am going to try something I have never tried before.
Ooh.
And I am going to just hold, sort of almost fake choke myself and let that sort of strange static feeling energy roll through my muscles and cast Alter Self, the aquatic adaptation of Alter Self.
Oh, shit.
And sort of almost tear at my neck and let gills sit in my throat and little webbings appear between my fingers and just jump into, like, head on.
Fuck yeah. I'll give you advantage on that survival check. Hell yeah.
I'm going to have look at the wave, stand there, and have an echo run off, and then right when it's about to hit me, flip with the echo.
Okay. I'll allow you. I'll allow you to do the advantage there as well.
Okay, cool.
Ryujin, you got any advantages you want to throw out?
I don't have any abilities. I did have an idea, but I don't know how fast. I don't know how much.
Well, tell me. This is a creative moment.
Are there trees nearby?
Not in the riverbed, but there are a couple like pseudo like mangroves that are kind of along the edge that are a bit of a ways away, but close enough.
I plan to tie some rope to an arrow, shoot it at one of the trees, and kind of like try and swing out of the situation.
Roll me. Yeah, roll me. Just roll me an attack first.
Okay.
Just punch your mic, Hannah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm clumsy.
My mic.
23.
23. Okay, yeah, you sink that arrow in there. And that I'll allow you to have advantage. Lilith, any advantages you want to throw out?
Are there rocks I can jump from in order to like get out of the riverbed quickly?
There's some boulders and rocks and stuff.
Would I clear the wave by doing that?
You definitely could. To scramble up to them, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's not advantage, but you're just gonna have to straight roll it.
What is it? A dexterity check? That's what I want to know.
No, it's survival.
Oh, there's fuck me. Okay, well then, yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay,
I'm not gonna succeed.
All right, everybody. What do we all get? Dan.
18.
18. Ember.
I got a natural fucking 20.
Fuck yeah, dude. Lilith.
5.
Oh no!
Ryujin.
It's okay.
You guys want to hear something really crazy?
No.
No, seriously. I rolled a nat 1, and then I rolled again, and I rolled a nat 20.
No. So, Ryujin, are you rolling a die or are you flipping a coin?
Because it seems like the former.
Either one or the other.
It was crazy.
Kallias, what'd you get?
22.
22. All right. So as you guys all scramble to your various, like, see this and like scatter, and you get to your different areas to get out. Lilith, you go to scramble up the rock and you get hit by a wave and you start to get washed away. However, the two natural 20ers, I'll allow each of you to try to save Lilith.
Wow.
All right.
Can I possibly? I'm in the river.
You didn't get natural 20, so I'm gonna say no.
Understandable.
Because you did get smacked with a wave.
Yeah, you did.
Also true.
You're like, you're kind of like.
You can breathe water, but you might have a headache.
Can I grab her as I swing past? Is that possible?
Roll me a
Ryujin is Batman.
You're like fucking Errol Flynn, right?
I can see that moment in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man where I forget why he ends up doing it, but he like grabs up Mary Jane when she's in like a kimono and they're just like swinging through the city and she's like, "Who are you?" That's like what I've got from this moment.
Oh, Kristen Dunst.
Oh.
What'd you get, Ryujin?
Oh, I didn't roll. Sorry.
It's gonna be athletics.
That
Oh.
is.
Ember, do you wish to assist in any way?
I was trying to think of what to do.
Cheering from the corner.
Eldritch Blast.
You've got this.
That's a dirty 20.
You're doing well.
Okay.
This
Ember?
is what you get for waking me up in a mean way.
Get me out of the water.
I think I'll say that Ember was very focused on not getting hit by said water, so I don't think he really was paying attention.
Okay. All right, Ryujin with a dirty 20. I will say you are able to see Lilith and kind of grab her by the forearm and swing her with you, and you are able to kind of getting kind of pulled in the water a little bit, not being weighed down a bit, but able to actually kind of use that force to bring you to the other side of the shore, and you are all now on your sides, the right other side of the shore, except for Kallias, who is now swimming in the water.
Is it
Just
has it calmed down enough so that I can actually swim in it? I do have a swimming speed equal to my walking speed.
It's a rushing river, so you are you're trying to swim upriver, but you can kind of keep pace a little bit with it.
So before
there's a dog in the river.
Before I pull myself ashore, as I sort of managed to get some sort of an active, hard-working breaststroke going, just hop my head up out of the river to make sure everyone's there.
Yeah.
It's fairly nice in here.
Kallias, how are you breathing
quite
in
soothing.
the water?
Don't know.
Okay.
Magic, I think. I'll come up.
All right, you all get to your side of the river.
Thank you, Ryujin.
No problem.
That's a strong rope you got.
Glad it
I
helped.
mean that in a sexual way. A rope.
That's a strong rope you have
really
there.
strong.
Oh damn.
Oh man.
I'm just going to shut up.
You ever
Thank
think
for...
of using it for other things?
Lilith walks away.
Ryujin just scratches his head.
I don't know how to understand the women folk.
I don't know.
Wasn't a flirt.
Okay, you guys, a little soggy, a couple of you, but make your way up the final stretch to the top of the dormant volcano that houses Olakos. Night comes. Do you try to find a place to rest or just continue through the night to the temple?
How are we feeling?
I will say at this point, just for information, there are no more tracks of Ashtooth. After the river, the tracks have disappeared.
We have two worlds of possibility now. We can either push through and perhaps be a bit tired when we get to the temple. I would not... It would be unwise of us to rest.
How far?
At the temple.
How much further is it?
Be about
I'm
a few
asking
hours.
Kallias, my partner.
A few hours. Enough to...
How's everyone feeling?
You think we should rest now?
I don't know.
I don't
before
know
going to the temple.
If we don't have a specific place to be safe, I don't know if it's a good idea to rest.
And
I feel like we are in the thick of it.
But Kallias, do you think
Nope. Okay.
Do you think we'll encounter anything when we reach the temple itself?
I don't know. It has been some time since I've been there, and there is great power that slumbers, that lives within the heart of that place. I have never been too deep myself, and I do not know if my own people may be making a pilgrimage there, as I said before we ventured out here. But I do know that I have never seen the Pale itself stride up the land bridge, or at least up the stairs. of the temple. The land bridge it can
Perhaps-
cross.
Perhaps we travel, we get to and or near said temple, and then assess from there. We can rest before going in. But
I would be wary.
if we get there, that at least gets that out of the way.
It was on the steps of this place we are going, where I
On the
last.
steps of the palace.
This
The
is
belly
about
of the
to do
wolf.
it.
It was on the steps of the palace.
This was where Ellis and I confronted Ashtooth last. It is very familiar with these areas.
A question about Eris, if you don't mind.
Perhaps.
You said that it was because of this ash tooth that they are turned to stone.
Yes.
But I thought you said that you turned them to stone. So did the ash tooth do it?
No, I think I did. Out of panic. I mean, it's only ever happened twice now, hasn't it? With the beast, The truth is, I do not really remember. We were running from it, and it chased us up the stairway to the Temple of Alakos. And that's where everything gets fuzzy. And all I remember is her almost giving way to something.
What do you
And
mean?
then I don't know. She was at peace with something. And then everything gets fuzzy and strange, and my heart starts to hammer when I think of it, and then the next thing I can really remember is the pale striding away, tail between its legs, repelled somehow. And Eris, stone. We will surely pass her, unless she has been collected by her father and my people.
Just wanted to know, in case the pale thing can also turn people to stone. That's why I asked. I didn't mean to bring up the trauma that you felt.
I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
In terms of when or where we rest, I will add the likelihood of encountering these mercenaries or treasure hunters or whatever of the king is very high when we reach the temple too. So
Fucking
there's
king.
also that.
Well,
I think we be vigilant, but I think we press through the night.
I
I'm not
agree.
willing to lose more hours quite yet.
I'm okay.
Everybody, roll me Constitution saving throws.
Ooh.
Hefty elves taken. Well, that's actually pretty good.
The rain starts to pick back up.
Oh, all right. Well, hold on.
It's been an hour since the river.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that what
Kevin
happens?
Costner in Waterworld?
Literally. I'm thinking more Splash or H2O.
Oh,
Animorphs.
oh.
And
Wow.
that's it. Check.
Yes.
Check.
There's
Check.
the one.
Check.
Shout out to those Animorphs friends of the show.
Shout
Elias,
out to
what'd
the
you get?
Animorphs in the chat. Is that what you just said?
Somebody.
It's fireworks happening outside.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
I got a 16.
16? Okay. Ryujin?
I also got a 16.
Lilith?
14.
Ember?
15.
Leonidas?
23.
Yeah.
You all have your eyes on the damn prize. No exhaustion for you.
Let's go.
Constituted as fuck.
Hell yeah.
You make your way up the ascent to the lake. I think Dan, roll me that last
one.
d20.
Oh, fuck.
Bring us home, buddy.
Bring us home. Here we are.
Got this.
Adjust my headphones.
Nothing too crazy, Dan.
An
Okay.
11.
Okay.
We already got an 11.
Already got
Yeah.
11. Please roll again.
A 12.
12.
I'm sorry, the number you dialed is no longer in use. I'm sorry. We'd like to reach you about your car insurance.
Okay. You guys make your way up, and you find this almost large game trail where actually, Kallias, you recognize it as actually one of the small paths you take. It's about a 5-foot wide path, so pretty big. For paths, and as you come up it, you see this wagon just sitting off to the side of the road. One of the wheels have fallen off, and it's full of crates.
As we're getting back to more places that I recognize and things are feeling wobbly, I'm gonna put my hood back on.
Okay. Do y'all approach the wagon or just walk by it?
I think we can.
From a distance, do we see anything on it of note?
Roll me investigation checks.
From a distance.
Oh, that's ass. Actually,
I should have been using this dice.
Is that not
the
20 for you,
whole
Kyle?
night.
Drew, I feel like I'm channeling a little bit of your mojo, because that's another fucking nat 20.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
All right. On this from the distance, what you can see for that investigation is crates and barrels. They seem, from how it's kind of sinking into the mud, it seems to be relatively a heavy wagon. It's a one-horse wagon. There's no horse. And you see there's a few arrows sticking in the side of the wagon.
Are there any rocks nearby?
Just like
A pebble.
Yeah.
Like,
There's like a nice kind of like this side of rock.
can I throw one at the just to check for
Yeah.
Kallias' sake?
Don't even have to roll for it. Just
All right.
hits the side of the wagon. Nothing happens.
Cool.
I cast Minor Illusion. It is a person of roughly medium height, average age. Let's just say looks exactly like Keith.
Nice.
Keith walks towards
Nice.
I don't know
the.
if you can make a minor illusion walk.
That is.
I think it's
They could
technically.
probably do the moonwalk.
That's
I mean,
more-
I can make a. I could.
I think minor illusion can be either like a single thing, like a stationary thing. That would be major illusion or like programmed image.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
then
if
for
we're
my-
doing rules here.
Keith is now just standing at the wagon.
T-posing.
T-posing, just kind of like looking.
Great.
Okay, you conjure the T-posing Keith.
It's to see if it's a trap, basically.
Would you, Ember? Would you just like me to go check for
I
traps?
can. I didn't want. I more meant if it was like an ambush.
Oh, okay. Let's wait a second. See what happens first.
Moment passes.
Can I make him do a little dance?
You could listen. It's gonna be like the robot, but instead of like movement, it's just like it just changes. The image changes to still images.
It's like strobe lights.
As if he's like in strobe light.
Yeah.
What a cool time.
But seemingly nothing. Nothing happens to the program of the multiple silent images of Keith.
We're going to pillage this wagon. I say we do it quickly.
Let's fucking do it. Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm just gonna check for traps real fast, okay?
It's fine.
It's perfectly fine.
Okay. As you approach it, roll me as investigation.
A 23.
The 23, you don't see any traps on this guy. It's just a wagon with stuff in the back of it.
Okay. Let's be on the lookout for things coming to us. Still feel like this is a trap, but I don't think anything is trapped. Go for it, kids.
All right.
Let's loot this goddamn thing.
Okay. As you guys are picking through it, you find one pony keg of Godwin brandy.
You want me to put this in the group inventory?
Are we gonna be able to carry?
I
a
will.
pony?
I will hold that in the bag of colding.
Let's just say that things go into the group
Bag.
inventory unless somebody goes, I want that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So it's a pony keg of what?
Godwin brownie. Brandy.
Brandy.
Brownies.
Fat fucking
Brownie.
piece of
Brownie.
pastry. Yeah.
Oh,
It's the fudgiest goddamn brownie you've ever seen, but it's stale as shit.
Also a bit of a small bushel of Godwin apples as well.
who's Godwin?
Godwin apples.
Yeah.
Crunch
Godwin,
munch.
yeah.
Looks like
are
Granny
they like
Smith's,
rotten?
Golden Delicious.
No, they're relatively fresh.
That doesn't make me very pleased.
Yeah, relatively fresh apples.
Where's the fucking horse?
A fresh apple for you and me.
Where's the horse?
Kallias, roll me an investigation check this week, please.
Oh boy.
And then it's just like some rations, like a good almost month's worth of rations. Jerky, bread, simple stuff.
It's a 14 on the
Four-
Kallias specific investigation.
Okay. 14. The arrows sticking in the side of it, you recognize. They are thatched with a very particular feather. One that comes from a bird that is around your village, a very colorful eagle, and you only know one person to use these feathers.
Papa?
Nope.
Papa?
We have to go now. Now. I'm not joking. I am not messing around. We have to go into the bush now.
Okay.
Okay, we're going.
Everybody drop everything. Let's go. Follow Kallias.
I'm going to grab the arrows, put them in my bag, and go.
Okay. Roll me perception checks, everybody.
Oh,
With disadvantage because you're moving quickly.
Is it for hearing?
It's sight.
Okay. Well, that's a natural one.
Damn it.
Swinging
Okay.
the other way, everybody.
Okay, Dan, what'd you get?
I rolled a 3.
That movement was great.
I rolled a 2 and a 6, so we're doing outstanding.
Okay. All right, Han, what'd you get?
13.
13. Ryujin?
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, and Kallias?
17.
17. All right, you all grab what you can, rush into the bush from this trail, and hunker down. A moment passes. Kallias, you feel just ever so slight prick in the back of your neck. You turn around and you see an arrow fully knocked behind you. The younger brother of Eris, Kulwich. You know him as Cole. He looks at you and says, "Well, isn't this a surprise?" And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh man, I have to go to work with you twice tomorrow, twice next week, and have to look you in the eye and know that this is coming. Oh my god. Okay, that's really good. That's really great for me.
All right, cool, gang.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Well, we will find out what happens next week with everybody. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Stephen Lucas, oh my gosh, thank you for the sub, my friend. Love you, buddy. It's good to see you here.
Oh, I thought it was Stephen Glucas.
Stephen. Oh, Stephen Glucas.
Stephen
Oh, I guess
G.
it is
Lucas?
No,
Glucas. I
Stephen
didn't-
G.
Stephen G.
Lucas.
Lucas. Yeah.
But I thought it was Stephen
Um,
Glucas.
I bet he's really handsome, a really handsome guy. But thank you all for hanging out with us today. Top Down Tabletop, everybody. Nemi, of course. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for
Thank you.
everything. It was a blast today, everybody.
That was a great
And
session.
I liked the channel points. We did a little bit of it. We'll see how more happens. Maybe next week we'll have some more options.
Maybe I'll use it on my initiative next time.
Maybe, yeah, that could help you.
And it would still put me in last in that
Yep.
role.
Other than that, y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you haven't done so, join our Discord. Am I forgetting anything else, Hannah?
Join our Discord. Follow us on Instagram because that's how most of our news gets put out. And tell your friends that you love
Tell your
them.
friends.
Yeah, tell your friends you love them.
And we're going to be rating some of our friends today.
Who rated?
We're going to be rating Spot Hidden.
Spot Hidden.
Spot
So
Hidden.
London Carlisle's
Yes.
channel.
Yay!
Friend of the
Wonderful
show,
London Carlisle.
So everybody,
Yeah.
we love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us. Go give Spot Hidden a bunch of Bard love. There are some wonderful, wonderful people over there. And y'all have a great time. We love you so much.
We'll see you next
And
week.
we will see you next week.
See you on the other side.
Love you all. Shakal.